my God, welcome!
Shark Week!
Look at all these fabulous people. Thank you for the raid roll together. Good Lord. Just jumping right up on it. Just right up on it. Oh, it makes me so happy. Hi, everybody. I hope that you are having a glorious Tuesday. We are certainly having a delightful one. Anybody that watched the end of last week knows that we ended up on an island full of pirate halflings and fae creatures that are celebrating something called Shark Week. This week, we're going to discover what that means in terms of a bunch of fae wild people. So, huzzah! And with that, hey, everybody, if you would like some fabulous dice every week, or every stream, actually, we give away a set of Phoenix dice. We love them. They are fabulous. Just as Pixie has just done, if you hit !raffle, you will be entered into the raffle to win Phoenix dice. There's a couple things to know about them. One, they make all of their dice from recycled materials because they love the world we live in, just as much as all the worlds we play in. And secondly, if you win, it's not that there's a specific set, it's that you can choose any set of dice on their whole website. So anything that makes your heart sing, you filthy little dice goblins, you may have those things. So absolutely, jump up in that raffle, get you some dice. And I would like to call out, hey, Gemmed Firefly, we love you. They are the new merch store for the Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming. They are one of our sponsors and we absolutely adore them. They have amazing stuff. And if you would like to get a glorious, glorious t-shirt or a mug or something like that for the Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming so that you can help support all kinds of BIPOC and LGBT plus streamers, go ahead and do that. Just hit that. Just hit that link right there. Just go get it. Go get it. Go get you a fabulous, soft, delightful t-shirt. Spring is coming. Summer's well, okay, over in this hemisphere, it's coming. It's gonna start getting chillier if you're one of our peeps down in Australia.
Question, if you're in Australia, do you still call, you know, do the seasons change based on the month? Is it still winter even though it's
you guys have
summer
seasons?
weather? Or do you just do you call, like, because when I was in New Zealand over the summer it was winter technically.
I
don't remember
like,
if they call it winter though.
I feel like that's a very north-centric view.
No, 100%. That's what I'm trying to learn.
Do you call it winter even though it's not winter? There's...
Wow,
what do you
dude.
call?
Yeah,
What do you call
I
the
realize
season
how
when it is warmer? When it is warmer.
I realize how
What do you call
ignorant
the
that
season where
sounds.
it is cooler. What do you call the season when the leaves change? Like,
oh god, dude, I can't believe it. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
There's yes, but we just have a few more little people to mention. One is D&D Beyond and the other is Hero Forge. We've got affiliate links to both, so if you want some fabulous little minis, or you still haven't gotten Strixhaven on there, or you want to get the first crit roll adventure, they've got a module that's dropping next Tuesday. You can pre-order that, and I think if you pre-order it, you get like a fabulous set of dice with it too, some fabulous digital dice.
Is it already next Tuesday?
Yeah, next Tuesday it's coming out. Yeah. And then also they've announced Mordenkainen's next Monster Manual, so that's coming out in May, I think. So if you want to pre-order those, guys, please go down to and go grab them from our affiliate link so that we can get a couple pennies on that. And support D&D Beyond, because my brain would fall out my goddamn head if I didn't have D&D Beyond. I have no idea what the hell I would do with myself.
We'd have to write it down on our sheets and then like show it to you, or
so you all are young. You all don't have gray in your beard yet. Okay, I remember physical sheets. And I remember when it was a pain in the ass to get them because most people didn't have printers in their own
Yeah.
homes.
Right.
Oh.
That's fair.
Like, that was not a thing until like the 2000s. Like, there was no reason to, because it's not like you could just download stuff and then print it out. Like, who's gonna spend that much money on printer cartridges?
Right.
And don't forget, it was all dot matrix anyway. So
Well, it's crazy that it went from
absolutely
no
this
printers
stream
to
is
printers
sponsored by Kinko's.
to now no printers again, or less printers.
Yeah, right.
Printers
There's
kinda
so
phased
we
out.
used to. I remember going to the library
Oh,
and paying a nickel
Oh yeah.
to go get my. Yes,
Oh
thank
my
you,
gosh.
thank you. Fewer printers.
fewer.
Like,
Yes, fewer. Yes. They're being phased out.
All right, I now feel the need, because we've got so many fabulous people in chat. Please excuse me if I don't hit all of you, but hey, Bards and Brews, they're one of our stream team members. They're rolling together.
Yeah.
Yay! You can catch them tomorrow. You can also catch them on Sundays. They are fabulous. Hey, Will, live from the apocalypse. I'm going to be doing a panel, and I'm going to be. I need you to fix that link so that I can see who signed up for the panel. But I'm also going to be doing a game on the Sunday of Gen Con.
Yay!
The online fabulous Gen Con. So you can absolutely head over to their Discord, the Gen Con Discord, and sign up for all kinds of cool games that are happening all that weekend, and panels and discussions. It's going to be really awesome, and it goes to a fabulous cause. So check that out. It's like, hey, Faye Moira, how are you doing? It's nice to see you. And Pixie, I'm so happy about your Pixie Dice. That makes me happy for you. I love to see it. There's and who else do we have? No, those are players. Saint Gregor, hello! Welcome. And Nikki. I'm so happy to see you. Nikki's fabulous. She is a fabulous person. The DMs for one of the other members of our stream team, Awfully Career Heroes, which are delightful.
Nice.
So yay, okay. I love it. I love to see it. I'm so excited about today's stream. When we get to this, whole thing started as an offhand, flippant remark from one of our players.
Yeah.
Who just random ass mentioned Shark Week, and they're from the Feywild, and then had to go on and explain what Shark Week actually means in the Feywild, and it is crazy. It's delightful. So
isn't that how
you all
the
get
best
to find that out,
stories
too.
are created?
Absolutely.
Just a one-off comment by.
So yeah, now we're going to run a 3-part adventure based on that. There is Ina! Welcome. Thank you for following. I'm so excited to have you here too. Wizard, it's your 10-month anniversary.
10 months.
10 goddamn months.
I think it's a bit late because I think it was like early.
Being a nerd.
Yeah.
You're being a nerd for 10 months.
Yeah, we're all nerds. You kidding me?
I
love it. Yeah.
I love it. Yes, I am very excited to make all this happen today. There's just one more person that I want to shout out, which is Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a fabulous mobile game where you can play as, guess what? Champions of the Forgotten Realms. My personal favorite is Jarlaxle because it's got a fabulous hat, and all adventurers need a fabulous hat. If you use that code that you see right down there on the screen, you can get an Electrum chest in-game, which will get you all kinds of goodies, all for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. So go over there, get that chest, do the things. Yay! Now,
Hey.
does anyone want to play some fucking D&D?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yes, I do.
Do you? You don't seem that enthusiastic about it. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Do it.
I guess I can be convinced.
Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. Okay. Would anyone here like to play some D&D?
Yay!
Yay! Let's get the energy up. Energy.
I
Come
think
on.
it's like full magical girl transformation. Like, yeah. there. Okay.
Knight in a
Let's
mini
do
skirt.
it.
Yeah.
It's a
I
meme.
mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely, my face. Well, let's set the scene. You have escaped the magical prison that was holding you captive. And learning a lesson from the last time you attempted to escape, you didn't try to go directly to Delver's dream, knowing that it would block you. So instead, you went to where one of the teleportation circles that you have created exists, in Briny Bridge, the island filled with halflings, who are in fact pirates, and surrounded by just delightful half-size ships built to halfling size. They are pirates, and things have gotten a little more chaotic on the island since last you saw, because more and more Fae are starting to come through the one Feywild portal that exists on this continent, and it's here on this island. So, in addition to the pirates getting more chaotic, the first thing that the Feywild creatures experience when they come to this world is a bunch of pirates. So, that's super delightful. You showed up. There seems to be enormous amounts of revelry in the air. Everyone is just running around, getting crazy, doing weird things. And Rathan, who appeared with you, immediately begins flirting with several people and seems to just sort of like get shuffled off to the nearest tavern amidst all of them. As you look down the street, you are currently right in front of the docks of Briny Bridge and in front of all of the warehouses that line the docks. And as you look down the street, you just watch as the air seems to sort of sparkle a little more than it did in the cave you were in, or really any place else. Everyone, please make me the first check of the adventure. I need an Arcana check.
I'll give myself guidance.
Savage.
Ooh, look at you. A 7. I'm sorry. Our sorcerer got a 7 on Arcana.
I don't know how magic works. I just do it.
What I need from you is I need a description of what's got you so distracted that you literally don't notice that the air is shining.
Yeah, actually, there's like a really pink shark in the water, and I'm trying to figure out whether it's a shark or a salmon. Can't really tell. I'm really distracted.
Are you gonna flirt with the pink shark?
No,
yeah, well, next to the pink shark,
I mean,
then
maybe.
you see like an orange.
If it
you
likes
see an orange
me.
polka dot. There's an orange polka dot shark. There's like, as you look into the water, there's like, the sharks all look crazy and it's gorgeous. Like the whole area underneath the docks just seems to be full of these fabulously colored sharks. So yes, absolutely, that's distracting. Hey, Reginald, what did you get?
19.
Ooh, well, that's fancy. What about Gulch?
I got a 25.
Yeah, Gulch is pretty good with it. I don't know.
So Gulch, you've been having some conversations with Rathan. Apparently, you were listening really closely when he was describing Shark Week to you in the Feywild, and you know that one of the things that happens is that the hags that run Shark Week will cast an enchantment that covers like an entire city, and for a full week, just randomly, and no one knows why, just randomly, you might turn into a shark. Doesn't matter if you're near the water or not. Doesn't matter if like you're sleeping or you're in a tavern or you're having a conversation. You might just suddenly turn into a goddamn shark. Reginald, you what you can see is that there is something funky happening in the air. There's some sort of enchantment. You can absolutely see the enchantment. They-
Yeah, something's real funky here. I can smell it. It smells kind of fishy.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see
Absolutely.
about that, won't we?
does
Daraxis, are you still
smell a
looking
little
at the sharks?
cartilaginous.
Little
It's-
cartilaginous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry. What?
Yeah, there's
How was
definitely something going on. Gulch, what's your assessment?
I mean, Rathon told us a little bit about this. Where did he go? He just got shoved. He's just like gone.
Oh yeah,
Well,
he
he started flirting with some people, and
he
then
went that
you
way
know,
with the two ladies.
I think there were a couple guys in there too.
Yes, there's several people that he left.
Rathon's not judgy.
Listen, he's living his best life. That's fine.
right. He is. Yes. What were you saying, Gulch?
Yeah, didn't he mention Shark Week? Talk about getting turned into sharks?
Oh, he absolutely did. Yeah.
So, is that shimmering? Is that going to turn us into sharks?
Probably. That's my guess. It
Right.
didn't sound like there was a lot of direction behind it. It kind of sounds like things are just gonna happen.
Yeah. If it happens, it happens, and that's just how it kind of works.
Well, that sounds fine for someone who, doesn't mind being turned into a shark, but I'd prefer not,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's
that's rude. You don't
I
appreciate
have
their
nothing against
culture.
sharks. Nothing against
Right.
sharks. It's just a personal preference. That's all,
Wow.
I guess
Seems-
that's okay.
Yeah. It's just
Super racist against
like
sharks.
my body to stay the way it is,
Oh,
typically.
yeah.
It's pretty judgy against the Feywild culture, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I mean, I've been there. Trust me, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice. I like wild.
Yeah. No, Wild is super fat. I think.
Yeah.
I think Daraxis would adore the Feywild.
Yeah, I think that'd be
It's
great.
a lot going on there. So as you are looking around, you notice that a lot of people are wearing this like sort of little amulet that has. It seems like the amulet has like it's got the picture of a shark on like a beaded necklace, and then each one is a little different. It's got sort of like different things sort of hanging off the amulet, you see.
Wow.
And if you don't care about that, that's totally fine.
No,
We can move right along.
Those are
As
very
a
interesting.
player, I suspect I know what that is, but in Daraxis, I guess intuitively, I mean,
Daraxis can interact with someone besides Daraxis.
Yeah, hey, you there, stranger. What's up with the necklaces?
And you see someone turn around, and they're in this like gorgeous, like sort of peasant sleeved outfit. It's nice out. It's like the middle of summer, so everyone's in like very flowy things. It's nice and lovely.
Wow,
She
really enjoying the threads. They look amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, but yeah, everybody's wearing these necklaces. I was wondering what that's about.
Oh, all of that? Oh, this is you got all kind of stuff going on with that. Yeah. There's this they sort of turn around, they like pick up theirs, and you see that there's like on this one there is like a couple of feathers that look like they're from different birds, then like 2 or 3 little like beads that look like they might have been a necklace at one point. And then there's a couple of like little things that like one looks like an eye that's green, and one looks like a mouth with like a very sort of orangish shade of lip. And they're like, oh yeah, this is what keeps you from turning into a shark.
Wow, really? That
Yeah,
works?
and then it's so much fun. We never knew this before. It's just the best thing. Like these ladies, they show up, they're like, oh, it's gonna be Shark Week. And we're all like, oh dear, does that mean we need to watch out for sharks? And they're like, no, have some necklaces. And so they give us all necklaces. And apparently what you can do is you can sort of trade different things. Like, if you find something cool and you think there's a cool person, you can just give them this thing.
Wait.
Like I found a feather and I put it on my necklace, and then somebody saw that, and so they gave me a feather of theirs, and I traded the feather, and we did all these things. It was really neat.
So the amulet like changes the shark that you become?
No.
Oh.
If you're wearing the amulet, then you don't.
Oh,
Then you don't
so the
become a
extra
shark.
is like it's for style.
Yeah, no, it's just something that they do
Oh,
apparently
okay,
in the
okay.
Feywild. It's real cool. There is anybody that has adventured with anybody that was part of the adventure where you with Karhani in the Underdark. Who here was there? Is it just Daraxis? Okay, Daraxis, you can give me either an intelligence or a history check.
I've traveled through the Feywild. Would I know too?
You can do a history
13.
check with disadvantage.
All right.
And hey, chat, this is where you come in, because we don't just play with ourselves. We love getting chat involved too. And the way you can do that
Not really
is-
interested. Didn't ask.
is we've got all kinds of ways
Have
that you can
fun.
influence roles, things like that. So we've got channel points where you can give people advantage or disadvantage, things like that. If you want to know these things, you can even ask for a secret if you really want to. Look at that. You can get some things answered about Shark Week if you want. And then throwing down things like bits or subs or anything like that will in fact get you delightfulness. For instance, the fact that Wizard Magic resubscribed means that they get a legendary resistance.
Oh, fantastic.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's right. He's a
Fancy.
legendary.
I also
So-
rolled a nat 1 on my history check.
Right.
Which is higher than what I
So
roll.
feel free to jump in there and do all of those fabulous things. Help your players out as they navigate the insanity of Shark Week. And thank you for the follow, Queso3. Now, neither one of you have any idea what's going on with these things.
Right. Cool. Weird. Where can I
Yeah.
get one?
Nice. Those look fun.
Oh,
Reginald
so
is
here's
very
the cool
interested.
thing. Here's the cool thing is that you can get new things, but when you do, like, there's only a limited number of these things. All right.
Mhm.
So if you can convince someone to give you theirs, then you have it. Like, this belonged to like 4 people before me,
Oh.
So
What?
I
That's
got
crazy.
this. Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. There's so you can absolutely and normally what you do is you either convince them they want to be a shark, or you can ask them to do something. Like, you can tell them, all right, I'll do a thing for you, and then they ask you to do something funny or stupid, and then they'll give
Oh.
it to you, and then
Oh,
maybe
that's
they'll turn into a
hilarious.
shark,
Oh,
and
then
maybe they won't.
Would you be willing to do that? That sounds like a lot of fun. Like, Reginald is also writing all of this down in his notebook too. This is fantastic. This is the coolest thing ever. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me to do something
You,
stupid. Tell me to
as
do something
you-
stupid.
As you are doing that, you see somebody else come up to them, and they sort of turn their back to you, and they're just like, oh, I love it. This is so cool. And you see them take the eye that looked green from their necklace, and they give that to this other person, and this other person gives them an eye that looks brown. And when they turn back around, you realize that their eyes have changed color from green to brown.
That is crazy.
It's very
Yeah, no, this is going to be
interesting.
so much fun. It's going to be so cool. And it's like a whole week where you don't know. Maybe you're at the bar. And maybe you're a shark. Maybe somebody next to you turns into a shark. It's crazy. I love it.
Yeah,
And then
oh.
people, you watch as like several groups of people you see, like you hear like a big cheer come from like down the road, and you see a group of people like running to the water with a shark in tow. They're
Oh,
throwing
that's
it into the ground.
That's kind of
Oh.
them. I was gonna say, what
Uh,
happens if you get turned into a shark on land?
I was about to ask the same question. Like, what if you're just like in the middle of the island and you're a shark now?
Yeah, I mean, is there just like an unspoken understanding that if someone turns into a shark, you help them into the water? Is it just it's like a neighborly thing,
Okay.
kind of?
They just sort of look at you like, you're asking a lot of questions. Like these are a bunch of pirates that don't really think these things through all that much. They just know that they're having fun. So they're like, I guess so. Like,
Well,
yeah,
I guess a better question is, has anybody died?
They just look at you like, you're a buzzkill. And just like, suddenly somebody comes up behind them. It's like, beer! And suddenly they're like, yeah! And they run off
So
where the beer is.
funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. That was something.
Did she say old women gave those out? Is she talking about like old women or like hags or
Like
is like
hags.
really old women?
Wow.
I mean, it
Wow.
could be
So
anybody.
every old woman is a hag.
No, that's
Like,
Gulch. I didn't
That's my
expect that to come from
question.
you. I mean,
Is it just
Apparently
like
you're
a
a bad
bunch of like
person.
human women who are really old passing these out, or is it like a hag?
no,
Have
hag
you
is
asked-
a type of
have
fey
you-
creature.
Yeah. Have you asked anybody yet?
I was more directing that to the group of just like, did I hear that correctly? Did she just say it's like old women
Yeah, they
just like pass
Yeah,
these out?
they definitely could be old women, but they could also be hags. They probably have no idea what the difference
I'm
is.
gonna do an insight check to see if he's messing with me.
Who?
Gulch. You're
Gulch,
messing
oh
with
my
Are you
me.
fucking
right?
with me, Gulch?
You're fucking with me. Another 14. Oh wait,
A
I have
14.
hold on. Okay, 15. I'm still guidanced.
A 15. So remember when we do not roll against other party members.
Okay.
There is you may tell me what you are looking for in their face, and Gulch, you may tell me whether or not they see it.
Well, I'm trying to see if he's like trying to like crack a joke or like laugh a little bit, see if he's, cracking under the pressure of laughing early before the joke. So
No,
like,
he seemed genuinely confused and like trying to process the like, did I hear that correct? Did she say just like old women? He's just like looking at the ground like,
oh, Gulch, buddy. No, I'm pretty sure they were talking about hags, like the magical being.
I mean, I figured, but you can't be like,
Too sure
you
you
can't
can't just
100%,
assume,
yeah.
I guess. But also, you don't just assume that people are talking about elder women. No,
That's
that's
kind of ageist.
As
All right.
you are trying to figure this out, you see the crowd seem to sort of part for this woman, like several blocks up the street as they come out. It looks like they're coming out of a tavern. And you just hear screams from people just, oh my God, it's her! There's, and you see a woman dressed in this just very form-fitting but beautifully stitched green leather outfit. It doesn't look like she has like leaves in her hair. It looks like her hair is in fact almost made of leaves. Like you can't tell whether it is hair or leaves. But it sort of ruffles in the wind as she walks. And you see her occasionally sort of like tossing a necklace out to somebody as they, do something like offer her like the gift of a very pretty pebble, or they show, like, they let her smell like their perfume. Like, it seems sort of random who she gives these things to. But as the group is sort of carrying her forth towards the outskirts of town, you do see her sort of catch she turns her head just a bit, and she catches one of your eyes. Tell me, give me a reason that this woman would have been interested in looking at you. Duraxis?
I mean, I don't know. I don't.
So she wouldn't have. Okay.
Yeah, no,
fabulous.
she wouldn't have.
They...
Oh, we got
Reginald.
Reginald is currently wearing garb from Eberron, so it's from a very far away land. And I think when he's writing and everything, he looks up at this woman and he sees her, and when he makes eye contact, his eyes turn blue for just a second. And he's like, interesting. And he starts kind of like drawing a picture of her as she's kind of walking through. I'm sketching everything I see.
Love it. What about Gulch?
I think in this town of what is basically essentially just like a large town-wide holiday going on right now, Gulch looks like the most awkward person right now. Not that comfortable with the celebration and very confused by all of it. So he's just kind of there, like dropped in the middle of it. Just looking confused.
You see, she catches your eye, and she comes wandering over, and so now you are just surrounded by people. There's just a throng around you. She's like, oh my dear, look at you. Why do you look so nervous? What's going on?
We were just got here and asking questions about these necklaces and not really understanding. We're just
Oh, aren't they pretty? Don't you love them?
Yeah.
And she'll just like reach into her pouch, and she's gonna put a little necklace on you that right now all it is just like a ring of beads, and then on the front there's like 4 or 5 hooks that you can attach different like little things to if you want. She's like, there you go, look at you, now you're part of the celebration. And her breath just smells like honey. Like it smells like and not quite honey, but like honey cake. Like it just smells, she smells so sweet. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Nice.
14.
Ooh, with a 14.
Lots of 14s.
You think that this woman is she's just so nice. She's just so nice. You just want to hang out with her. She's so, and she gave you a necklace. Nice. You just want to chill with her. There's you are technically charmed, but it's sort of a non-threatening charm. There is she cannot like make you do anything that you don't want to do, but you are now, there is this impulse in you to just hang out with her.
Okay.
You do notice though that like in the throng around her, it's like all halflings or other people that were on the island. It's not any of the fey creatures. The fey creatures seem to be sort of immune to this.
I just turned towards the other two and I'm like, oh, I figured it out. And then just like start following her.
I figured,
What?
Gulch, wait,
what?
wait, buddy, come back here. What are you?
Yeah.
What?
I
Gulch is
grab
heading
him.
out.
I grab him. Like, what are you doing, man? Where you going?
Oh, we were trying to figure out the necklaces and if it was like an old woman or something, and I figured it out.
Which part? The necklaces?
yeah.
The old women.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
There's a
Got
couple.
it,
There's
got
a
it.
couple
I
of
was a little
parts
confusing.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you two separate factors there.
I mean, we were asking about who was passing them out. We were trying to figure out if it was like old. I don't think it's just an old woman. So
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. You're stammering, man. Get yourself together, and I'll cast control water and splash water in his face.
You're drunk.
You
You're
see,
drunk.
you see on the necklace what looks like a little blue bead suddenly like it's pulled out of the water. You have just given them a random gift. You now have a sparkly blue bead
Okay.
on your necklace, Gulch.
Let me see that thing for a second. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll cast
So-
Identify.
On the necklace?
Yes.
Are you going to cast it or are you going to ritual cast it?
I'll pull out my my grimoire and I'll look at it and I'll say, well, gotta use it sometime, and I'll ritual cast it with the effect that lets me cast it just without the 10 minutes, just
Okay,
right away.
fabulous. As you-
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, as he's doing this, Daraxis is going to try to like make it change color, like behind Reginald's back, and just try to see if he could just mess with him a little bit, like make it turn
Change
red, and then make like the thing turn green, and then orange, but like do it behind him. He's like,
because you are casting something directly at the necklace, what suddenly happens is that the clasp on the back of the necklace seems to change, and it's no longer just a normal clasp. It now looks like a little eye. And as you cast your Identify spell, what you learn is that this necklace is a powerful enchantment. You cannot figure out exactly what it does. You can see that there are components of all of the different schools of magic at work here. But essentially, it is something that seems to take magical energy and form it into something solid and then keep it in that shape. And that seems to be one of the reasons that you don't turn into a shark, is because it holds your shape for you.
Interesting. I'll write all that down. All right, let's see what else we can get here.
So Gulch, what are you doing right now? As your impulse is to follow this lady, and she is definitely heading off out of town.
Gulch is doing the thing where he's like trying to exit the conversation without saying anything, or he's trying to like take a step back, everything like look like. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if he's being affected by this woman? Can I make another insight check?
An insight check isn't going to do it. You have no idea. You just know that they're very interested.
he wants to go.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Here, I'll let you go. Just you know what? I'm gonna need to study this more. Do you mind if I take it?
The necklace?
Yeah, I'll get right out of your hair if you just let me look at this.
You really do not want to give him the necklace.
I mean, I don't really want to turn to a shark.
All right. Then just stay here for a few more minutes. Then I'll keep looking at it. I'm gonna just like poke it with stuff. I'm just gonna be like, I'll pick up a rock and I'll just like tap it to it. A little
Hey,
piece of grass.
did you notice anything? Is there anything weird about her?
Still looking. I'm
Yeah.
still looking. I pick up like a twig and I try to like tap it on it, just like see if it like absorbs the twig. This is very interesting. I'll try to get like another person. Be like, hey you, with the feathers. You listen.
What do you want?
Trade something with him. Trade something with him.
And they're just looking at you like, oh, you're just, you know what? You're just not Shark Week, okay?
Oh.
You know, like you seem nice and all, but you're not Shark Week material.
Don't worry, I get that a lot. It's fine, you know. Just.
You've been told that before?
Yeah, I mean, you know, many different ways, but not the same exact words per se. It's just, you know.
Well, I feel for you.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you definitely notice that everyone is just having a glorious time. And I'm going to say, Gulch, what steps are you taking to actually exit the conversation?
He just says, oh, you know, Reginald, maybe you'll figure it out more if we go and we investigate her.
Maybe. We do need more specimens to see. Maybe she'll give me one. I'll have to ask.
Yeah. Maybe she'll do that. Just go up and just ask how you've been asking everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Duraxis, you're still here? What the?
I've just been hanging out.
Oh. Dang, man, I didn't even notice you. I was so enthralled by this necklace. It's just...
Yeah.
All right. Well,
absolutely.
Come on, let's go.
So were you all going to follow the crowd?
Yeah.
I'm following Gulch.
I'm following the crowd.
All right, fabulous. What about Duraxis?
Yeah, I
gonna
guess.
hang out?
I guess I won't be left behind. I'll follow and not do anything.
Oh my God. Okay, good. As you follow, you see that this woman keeps just sort of like bending down and gently like talking to somebody, and then to another person over here, and then the crowd will sort of shift, and there's just constantly new people for her to chat with, and there's so much laughter, and just you see that like there seems to be sort of a steady stream of people coming to and from various taverns, just carrying like 4 or 5 mugs with them, and then just sharing them with people. Like whoever doesn't seem to have a mug then gets a mug. There's several past you. Do any of you take a mug?
Yeah.
I'll take a mug.
Take a
Heck
mug.
yeah.
Is anyone like belligerently drunk, like maybe causing issues or?
You can't see anybody causing issues at all. Like,
is there like a passed out person with a necklace that I can just kind of take it from?
You don't see. Okay, so I feel like we found the murder hobo in the party. Like, is there somebody unconscious that I can rob? Like, just immediately.
Listen, that's
is
not
that okay?
murder.
Is there some poor peasant whose house I can enter, clean out their cabinets,
Take all their bread,
Yeah, I mean-
cheese.
no, you
sounds
do
like-
not see anyone that you can just rob.
Not my
There's
problem. Who
some there
falls
to
asleep at a
possession.
party? Like
Duraxis
that's
is
asking
gonna-
for-
Is gonna illusion a necklace on the ground, like just a couple of feet in front of Reginald.
Oh my
Duraxis,
God.
I have the same spell. I know what prestidigitation is and stuff.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, you're no fun.
You're not Shark Week.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. I need to be
Yeah.
a little bit more fun. Watch this,
Yeah.
and I vortex warp him over the crowd.
Wait, so
How high over the
just in
crowd?
the air?
About 15 feet, just right over the crowd.
Alright, Duraxis is gonna illusion himself into a shark. and just be a floating shark above the crowd.
Well, no,
you're
vortex
getting
warp.
dropped.
You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Vortex warp doesn't hold you in the air. You're literally gonna fall in the middle of the crowd. So as you illusion yourself into a shark, you see the entire crowd look up, see a shark above them. They'll go, yeah! And as you fall, they catch you. And the thing is, you've been walking at this point long enough, so you're actually close to that big lake in the center of the island. And so they grab you, and they see the closest source of water is this lake. So you're now being hauled by like 6 people over to this lake.
So they're so drunk that they
chuck you
can't
into the
tell it's an
water.
illusion. That's hilarious. I love it so much.
Oh my god.
I just lean up against the nearest.
Ganassi! Yay! Thank you for resubscribing. That's amazing. This is 6 month anniversary. Mwah! We love you! So, you were saying, Reginald, as your friend is getting thrown in the water.
I just take a mug that I have and I just like clink it near someone else that's also enjoying the party. I'm like, Shark Week, am I right, baby? And I down it.
Durax is just like,
okay, what's your?
I guess this
what
is
race?
okay.
Well, hold on. What race is Reginald?
I am a half elf. I am a Mark of the Storm half elf.
Okay, a half elf. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna need you to do a Constitution saving throw to see whether or not you get drunk after you've just downed a whole flagon of beer.
I hope so. 9.
Oh, 9.
A 9. You are absolutely. So you're not like wasted, but you're definitely a little drunk right now. You're definitely a little drunk. You're feeling it now. Yeah. It's time for the party to start.
I throw the mug on the ground. Heck yeah, sharks!
There is, yes. It is.
Is that what they yell for Shark Week? They just yell sharks?
Yeah, sometimes.
Listen,
Sometimes they yell unintelligibly.
I'm no stickler for the rules. I just enjoy sharks.
Yay!
Woo! See, that guy gets it.
As you sort of approach the water, you see that around the lake, there seem to be several groups of people all surrounding a woman that looks sort of vaguely similar to the woman that you're around. You see this woman sort of wander up to an area of the lake that has a couple of like boulders around it. And she looks down at all of you and she's like, thank you so much for coming out to the lake. Guess what? We can start the Shark Week games now. And you see cheers come up from like all of the different people that are surrounding the lake.
At what point does Duraxis get thrown into the water?
You got thrown into the water, I don't maybe like a couple rounds ago.
Okay,
like you're
okay.
just it's not like you can choose to come out of the water whenever you want.
All right. Duraxis is he's just gonna swim around. He doesn't even know what he wants at this point. It's like this is fine.
No idea.
Gulch, the
No,
pretty
this is
lady
crazy.
said we get to play games.
Yes, you do. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, I hope it's trivia. I love trivia. It's just my favorite.
Yes. There's as you say that, this woman looks down. She's now standing on top of one of the boulders, and you see there's like three or four big boulders and a bunch of sort of smaller boulders in the area. She looks down. She says, "Thank you all for coming to Shark Week." And even though her voice isn't huge, it seems to sort of echo across the lake. And it's just, my name is Zeldot. And my sisters and I do so enjoy the glorious chaos that Shark Week brings. The joy, the smiles, getting to experience a whole new existence. Swimming about under the sea.
Under the sea.
And you see Zeldot write down copyright strike on a piece of paper. There's and as she lifts her voice once again, she says, "Let us begin. We shall be testing you to see who is the strongest, who is the fastest, who is the mightiest and the smartest. We shall see who will be the king or the queen of Shark Week. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yay! Woo! Ghost, we should totally join. We should totally join the games. Come on.
Once
Absolutely.
Thraxis hears that there's games, he's gonna wash up on shore, and then drop the illusion, and then be like, "Oh, I love games."
This is fantastic. You can test your new gauntlets that you got.
Oh yeah,
Go join the strongmen group.
the strongman game.
Yes, and I'll join the smart guys, and then Daraxis, you could do.
I'll do a thing too.
What's your shtick again? I don't.
My stick is just I don't even know exactly. I don't think it had a category.
Man, it's
I don't-
okay.
I
you
don't
know?
think there are any games centered around polymorph, unfortunately.
Yeah. By just being kind of a general nuisance.
Maybe you could ask to be a shark. That would be totally dope.
Ooh.
You're totally into turning someone into something else.
Yeah, I mean,
You notice that the glow in the air seems to extend even here. And so you will see occasionally, in the groups of people, there will be those, you'll just hear this scream of shark, and then you'll see somebody get thrown in, a shark getting thrown into the lake. There is you see one that you seem to recognize, because on their dorsal fin, it looks like there's sort of feathers that look very similar to the feathers of the guy that you had been talking to before.
Oh.
Wait, did his amulet not work? Oh well.
They don't have an amulet hanging on them, do they?
No.
All right. Well,
He was probably
That's probably a
sleeping
problem
and
for
someone probably
later.
stole his amulet.
Right?
listen.
Bastards.
One suggestion, and then I'm the bad guy. Whatever. Okay, let's.
It's
I just want to
true,
play some
it's
games,
true.
man.
Alright, let's do
That's
it.
right.
Let's do it. Let's play
Where's
some
the
games.
That's
beer
right.
guy? Bring me another
Now-
one.
What I am going to say is, because we are about to enter insane games for Shark Week, if, for this session only, if anybody gets a Wheel of Chaos, you will get to roll twice, and you will get to take whatever results you want.
Nice. And
So-
I do have written down, we have a surplus of +2s from last week.
Oh heck yeah!
I don't know if they
Ooh,
carry
good.
over, but we have some.
Good. They do, the +2s do carry over. Sadly, the Chaos Wheels do not. So,
Oh, they don't.
gotta use those. Gotta use them up.
I was about to say I
There's-
still have 4 key points.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
don't.
missed
Not
using
anymore.
my 6 hit points from last
Yeah,
week.
you did. It
Yeah.
was very sad.
It was very.
So let us begin the Shark Week game.
Yay!
As you see these groups of people all milling around, trying to sort of figure out what's going to happen. You see also that there's a huge collection of fey creatures that are also here. They all seem to be fairly familiar with what's going on here, and they all are just very excited. One of them sort of looks at you and is just like, "Oh my god, I can't wait! This is gonna be
know,
so much
it's so cool.
fun!"
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't even know what's going on. This
Yeah,
is my first
yeah,
time. This is
nobody
my
does.
first Shark Week. This is crazy.
It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be
Yeah.
the best week of your life. It's gonna
Really?
be so amazing.
Oh my
So
god.
amazing.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait.
What
Let's
are
do
we?
it.
What are we on now? Which test are we on right now?
I think we just started. I think
Yeah,
we
I
just
thi-
said the
I-
games are
I
starting.
think you're right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Came at the right time.
And as you
amazing
say that,
timing.
she looks across the crowd. She says, "The first shall be the test of strength.
oh, Gulch, I kind of shove it. Go, dude, go.
Oh, I want to do this too. I want to do this too. I want to do it.
Okay.
I will need 10 brave champions to test their strength. Who shall be? And you see everyone just sort of starting to jump up and down. And she's like, she sort of, anybody that raises their hand sort of gets sorted out into a group. There's like maybe 30 people. And she just looks and she says, Gulch, did you raise your hand?
Yes.
Okay, so you were over. Did anybody else raise their
Yeah,
hand?
Diraxis did. He's like, yeah. Well, I just pulled off my headphones.
Absolutely. So you and
Yeah.
you and Diraxis, so Gulch and Diraxis are both in this group. As you do that, she steps over into the center of the group and she says, "Now, each one of you must give me a present, and the 10 best presents will get to compete." And you see people like rushing, like with bags of gold and just all kinds of stuff. They all want to impress her. What do you two offer?
I think I'd offer. Don't I have that little blue gem thing?
You do?
I think I'd offer that.
She looks at you and she says, "The gift of magic and the gift of water. Look at you." Yes. And she gives you a little kiss on your forehead and she takes it and she just puts it in her pouch. She says, "We have our first champion. Huzzah!"
Diraxis is just gonna look around the crowd, and I'm sorry. Okay. He's gonna look around the crowd and just find like the most drunk person he can, and then touch them and polymorph them into a baby shark, and then hand the baby shark to the lady.
Oh.
So
My
stealing from
God.
drunk people is terrible, but polymorphing them into baby
Yeah,
sharks, that's
yeah.
fair game.
Like,
That's
Polymorphing them
is-
into animals is a whole,
yeah,
whole different
against their
conversation.
will, changing their shape. Yeah, man, that's you're in the right here.
You
This is a
hand
good
you
gift.
hand her the baby shark, right? And as you hand it to her, suddenly this the person just immediately transforms back into a person. She says, "You have given me the gift of drunkenness. Huzzah!" And you notice that this person is instantaneously sober. And she has in her hand what looks like this sort of weird sparkling gas in her hand that she just puts into her pouch. And the person sort of looks around and they're like, "Oh, what? I know. What's going on?"
Diraxis just
I need
grabs a
need
beer from someone that's handing him out and just hands it to him. Like, yeah, here you go.
Absolutely.
I got you,
yes,
bud.
Absolutely. Yes. As you do that, she's like, "We found our second champion." And you see all of these people, like all of the people that are like trying to hand her gold or gems, she sort of dismisses. And then when somebody presents her with like a perfectly bent blade of grass, and the shape of a cloud that they thought was interesting, they all become the 10 champions. And she looks at all of you and she says, "Welcome, champions. Thank you so much for participating in our fabulous games tonight. Your task is going to be to shatter one of these boulders. And the quickest to do so shall become the mightiest in the land. In Shark Week! Ready, set, go!" And you see everybody just running towards the boulders. Like there's people like who are pulling out like hammers and stuff. Like one guy is just drunkenly kicking a boulder. Tell me, what are you gonna do?
a good
Nothing.
question.
You're just gonna stand
I'm
there.
thinking.
Okay, so Daraxis is just gonna kind of like meander over to the boulder, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I got this." And then, so he's gonna do some quick magic, but he's gonna actually polymorph himself into a giant ape. But before the shape takes place, he's going to illusion himself into himself looking normally, so that when he punches the boulder as the ape, he looks like Daraxis, and it's just gonna crack and just.
Oh my god. Okay,
So
first of all,
he's gonna make this
first of all,
scrawny looking.
the first thing I need you to do is I need you to pull up the stat block for Giant Ape
Right.
so that you can roll me the right rolls. Not as Duraxis, but as the ape. So while you are looking that up,
I have it.
hey Gulch, what are you doing?
I think Gulch's just gonna test out that new magic item he got and just punch it.
You're just going to attempt to punch the boulder.
Yeah, he's got the gauntlets of ogre power, and he wants to see what they do. So he's just gonna.
Absolutely. All right, each of you, the first thing that I am going to need you to do.
Oh, I need to roll in wild magic. See if it even.
Oh, you do. You do. I do. Let's
3.
see.
Okay. Oh, and
That's
for
three, alright,
for
so-
before. Okay.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
We're good. We're good. It was a 3 and a 15.
I love it.
We good.
It works. So, the first thing that I need is I need Duraxis to roll me an attack at advantage, essentially. I just want to see sort of if it's below 10, you sort of like slip off. So I just want to see if maybe you
So
just
there's
mess it
a
up.
fist attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me that at disadvantage or at advantage. Sorry, and it's an
18.
18. All right. You do a chunk of damage, but you are doing it with your bare fist. So I would like you to roll me a 1d6, and that is how much damage you take.
4.
In addition, because you are just hitting it as hard as you can, and it is a rock, so there's no give, please make me a Constitution saving throw to see if you break your hand.
As the ape, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
You, as you
Ah!
Absolutely.
The best
So
part
you
is that he's making ape sounds, but he looks like Daraxis.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty delightful.
He's just shaking his like he's just making just.
I love it.
Like there's like
Yeah.
tears coming down like the ape's eyes.
Absolutely.
Daraxis'
Like
eyes.
everybody heard the crunch as something broke, and everyone just sort of was like, ooh. Gulch, you are attempting an unarmed strike against
Yes.
this boulder.
Yeah.
Would you please roll me an unarmed strike?
27.
Oh!
You
So-
definitely hit.
So
That's a
very
natural
close to
19.
so very
how-
close to a crit.
How do you? How much damage do you do?
5. That's
5
it.
damage. So
Yeah.
you punch as hard as you can, and you see that like just a tiny little flake sort of falls off the boulder with your 5 damage. Like it just doesn't, like nothing happens to it.
Man, these
There's
guys are
the
struggling.
the ape at least like created like a crack in the
Mhm.
boulder. Like the crack appeared as he cracked his hand. And you see like there are a couple of people that have like pulled out like hammers and chisels and things like that. They're trying to make that happen. So tell me, what are you gonna do in round 2?
How heavy would this boulder be?
It is a very big boulder, so probably a couple thousand pounds.
Oh, okay. Never mind then for that one.
All right, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna try to punch it again?
Uh, it's a good
You need a
question.
moment.
Are there any
so,
other smaller
Lando, what are you
boulders
gonna do?
close by?
That's
There are. There are absolutely smaller boulders. You guys like headed to the bigger boulders.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah,
3 or 4
yeah.
really big ones.
So Daraxis is gonna just look around, like in his immediate vicinity, and look for a boulder that initially he's gonna try to pick up with 2 hands, but then he's gonna just like start crying because it's so so
Absolutely.
he's gonna look for what he could pick up in 1 hand. And again, this just looks absolutely ridiculous because, you know, the ape illusion is bigger than the ape is bigger than the Daraxis illusion. So it looks like Daraxis is just like has a boulder floating above his head as he's doing this. He didn't really think it through that well. So, but he's gonna take it one-handed and hit the boulder with the smaller boulder. Hit the boulder.
Fabulous. Well, now you're doing a weapon attack. Look at you getting smarter. You're smart like a monkey.
Yeah, smart like him.
This is early man first learning about tools.
That's right.
Fire.
There is.
Oh.
Please make me. So you're going to hit automatically because you have learned the lessons about how to hit a rock.
Yep.
Step 1.
Is there
rock with
anything
rock.
interesting that you're going to do to amplify this?
He's going to ape scream.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just again, all coming from what looks to be a regular growl.
Yeah, absolutely. There's as you bring the rock down, the rock cracks in half in your hand, but you notice that the crack gets much wider in the large boulder. And you see some people sort of looking over at you like, oh no. There's like, and they just start going
Just
faster
panic.
and faster. Yeah. Gulch, what are you doing?
Are we just on like, is this flat ground or is there slope?
So it's right up next to the water, and you notice that it looks like there's sort of like maybe like a little stream or like a little divot in the landscape.
Mhm.
It looks like it was created like pretty recently, but it goes down. There's like a little trickle of a stream that's heading down. So it's relatively flat, but not perfectly.
I think I would just take Daraxis' example and be like, oh, that's a good idea.
And just smash one rock against another.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can give me weapon damage if you would like this time.
Can I
and
whisper
roll-
to him, like, or can I cast whisper?
I love how
Okay.
like the futility of what that phrase sounds like. You're just gonna smash one rock against another. It just sounds like
Yeah.
the most fruitless
I mean,
thing you could
yeah.
do.
Absolutely.
Fair.
I'm gonna cast a
It's
message
just-
to him, and I'm gonna
that's so-
say, "Listen, Gulch, that's a good idea, good start, but you need something that's harder than the rock to break the rock. All right, so use something like metal. That's gonna get you farther." You can
I'm
reply
pretty
to
sure-
this message.
Pretty sure the only metal I have is like my shield.
That's something, man.
All right. What would you like to do?
Can I just hit it with the edge of my shield trying to get like a crack in it?
Absolutely. Do it. Give me an attack roll. I just want to see. You'll hit it. I just want to see if you crit.
Just an unarmed strike.
Yeah, just do another unarmed strike.
I did not crit.
You did not at all. But with the help of your fabulous new gauntlets, you absolutely managed to like slam the shield and create like a crack in the boulder. And now you hear the crowd behind you sort of like roaring, and you notice that there are a couple other people that are sort of like they have managed to do similar things with other tools.
Mhm.
you definitely see that there is a dwarf among them that seems to have slipped some sort of explosive powder into
That's
into
pretty
one of the
great.
rocks. So so you have like essentially like one more round before that thing will go off.
Mhm.
Tell me, Diraxis, what are you gonna do?
Rexus is going to look around and see if there is any like debris, like fallen wood or something he could use to jam in the crack and kind of use as like a lever
Use
or
as a lever.
yeah,
There's
lever. Yeah.
you see
Good lord.
a shield sticking out of a different rock. You see you do see like some branches and stuff like that around that you probably and your thing is big enough that you could absolutely like get a lever in there.
Yeah, so he's gonna grab a branch. He's not gonna steal what I presume was Gulch's shield. He's tempted. He seriously considers it for at least 4 to 5 seconds. It's like and so he goes and grabs like the thickest stick he could find, and then he's gonna take it and then take another rock and like smash the stick in, and then try to leverage it apart.
Fabulous. I love it. As you do that, you jam this. You realize that this isn't actually a stick; it's an oar for a boat, and you just jam it in there with the rock as hard as you can, and then you pry, and there is this mighty crack as both the oar and the rock simultaneously just split in half. And there are now splinters everywhere, but the rock has crumbled into almost nothing. And I need to know what you're gonna do with yours.
Do I know how much damage magic missile would do to the inside of this rock? If I just like jammed my wand of magic missile in there and just like
you know
fired
enough
it.
as you know enough as a spellcaster to know that magic missile does not actually affect non-living matter.
Okay. Then.
All right. Are we gonna do a thing?
I think.
I need another beer.
Right.
I
And-
think that. Yeah, I think I guess I'd try to leverage it apart with my shield.
Fabulous. And as you do that, more sadly, it's not enough
Yeah.
this round to actually crack it at the same time.
Mhm.
But as you all watch this seeming dark elf prance around making gorilla noises, there is a loud explosion from behind you all as
Mhm.
the dwarf's explosives go off. The dwarf was hiding behind a different boulder, but everybody else gets caught in the blast.
It's not very nice.
Please make me a dexterity check. Yours will be a disadvantage, Diraxis, because you were busy celebrating.
Yeah, I was dead.
Check or a
Is
saving
it-
throw?
A saving throw.
Oh, it's the same for the A. But... Oh shit, that's really good.
Oh,
yeah,
A
very
19 into
nice,
20.
very
Damn.
nice.
Okay,
There you
I'll
go.
take it.
And what about you, Gulch?
Oh, I got a 19. right up front.
Fantastic. You both make your saving throws. Delightful. Yay! So you will each only take 4 damage
Awesome.
from the rock exploding. You will be thrown to the ground, though.
Oh, totally.
There is you watch as the beautiful woman that set things up for you comes striding through the contestants to where the dwarf was hiding, and she says, "Come here, my dear. Come Come here, my dear. And so, it's a stream puppet.
Yeah.
Dream puppy.
Stream puppet.
Her mama is gone right now, so she's like,
Oh.
please give me attention. I'm by
Sorry,
myself.
we have to take a moment to acknowledge the stream puppet.
Yeah.
Obviously.
This is Dublin. She's a
Dublin.
6-month-old golden labradoodle.
Oh, you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
There is, yes.
She's just a baby.
As this fabulous woman named Zeldot heads over to this dwarf, says, "Come, my dear, come." And the dwarf sort of steps out, very proud of what they have done, and she just sort of like just walks up to him and then just smacks him like 4 times, and it's like, "You do not put other contestants in danger! How dare you! You little rapscallion!" And every time she smacks him, he turns into a different creature. And
Yes. I
and
love
of
this woman.
course, the last one is a shark. And you hear all the other contestants scream, "Shark! Shark!"
Yeah.
Can we get some sharks in the chat,
That's,
please?
oh my god,
Shark!
here Janasi.
There is. What is she doing? What did she do?
1,000
Oh, there.
For the puppers. Oh,
For doggo.
1,000
Hey,
biddies.
Lando, what do we get for 1,000? For 1,000 bits.
Let me
That
confirm.
amazing thing.
It is player of choice
Oh.
rolls on the wheel of chaos.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yes, she
Ooh,
is a
Antonasi,
magic
who
fluff
gets the
ball of
wheel. There is so. Everybody runs the shark. Reginald, I would like you to put into chat !chaos, and let's see what you get for your first one. Let's do it. Let's do it to it.
Lord.
You get 6. You get 6 sorcery points.
What?
To be used on whatever you'd like.
Dang.
Now, please roll it again and let's see what you get for the second one. 1 hit point.
So, I know it's a hard
Feel a little
decision,
bit
but what are you
healthier.
going to choose?
I will assume that you will take the 6 sorcery
Definitely
points.
the sorcery points.
Yeah, perfect. Fabulous. I love it. Thank you for our first Wheel of Chaos today. There is, yes. So now, for the people in the chat, just so you know, even if you are not of a type of a type of character that can utilize certain things, like if you're a barbarian who gets sorcery points in the Wheel of Chaos, if you tell me a fabulous story about how you are utilizing those sorcery points, like if you want to do like a subtle spell rage or something like that, so nobody knows that you went into rage, absolutely. Yes, you can do that. 100%. It is up to these players to tell glorious stories about what they are doing. And it's up to me to say, sure. So, you have won. She comes over to you. She says, "Oh, my champion of strength, look at this." And you notice that everybody has worked, and sort of that whole section of boulders has now been sort of crumbled into just tiny little rocks. And you see now that there's like, they had been holding back some of the water from the lake, and now this water is starting to flow, and it's creating like this fabulous, just very pretty little brook. It heads down to the ocean. Oh, so cute. She says, "That's it for me. Now, guess what time it is?" And you see like down the shore a little ways, this other woman who, this one, she looks like she has got like a crown of like puffball dandelions on her head, like after they've turned white. And there's just, as the wind blows, there just seems to be sort of this eternal, like, sort of cloud of seeds, dandelion seeds, sort of floating around her. and she screams, "It's time! That's right! It is time for the test of speed!
Oh, yeah!
Who will win? Who shall be the champion of this race?"
Sharks!
Is it a shark race?
Woo!
It might be. You don't know. Are you going to head over and see what's going on over there?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I could be speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you head over, the same thing happens. They shout out, "Who will be my champion? Raise your hands." And which of you will raise your hands?
I'm good on this one, man. Draxus, you want to try it?
Sure. I mean, I think I have at least one more trick up my sleeve for this.
You did amazing last time.
Yeah, and I did. It was it was just me, and he like flexes his non-existent muscles.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It was pretty sad watching you guys. I could have done better. It's like,
Oh
how
yeah.
hard is it to break a boulder?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
But you don't believe
I'm
me?
sorry. I just.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely believe
I
you.
can't wait. I can't wait to give Reginald shit for that.
I just look over at like a random boulder somewhere nearby, and I just point at it and mold earth, and it just crumbles.
Draxus's jaw just like fucking hits the ground. It's like
It's literally not that hard.
he did not pick up that was a spell.
Ah!
What
Draxus the sorcerer
fuck?
just.
He missed it. He like had like an animal in his lap or something, and he got distracted.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, man.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes we forget these
It
things.
happens.
I imagine Gulch to be that kind of person to immediately be justifying why he lost. Like, I mean, I didn't know it was Shark Week when we came here, so like I wasn't prepared. If I had time to prepare for this,
No, yeah.
I
That's
clearly
true.
I could have won.
The other guy
Yeah,
brought
absolutely.
explosives like that.
Yeah, he brought explosives. I had my
He
shield.
did.
Yeah. I mean, not to be super racist against dwarves, but I feel like most of them have some sort of explosive on their person
No, I mean
most
that's
of the time.
just common sense.
Just how it happens, man. You know.
Yeah. No, that's a thing. That's a thing. There's a fantasy dwarf racism. You saw it here. Go to Twitter, cancel me immediately. It's necessary now. Like, so, as who's gonna raise their hand? Just Duraxis?
I mean, I
Just Draxus, I
would,
think.
but my back hurts.
I mean,
You
Gulch.
know, it's just so interesting watching you guys. I just take another sip of beer.
Nice. Is Gulch gonna jump in?
No.
Okay, so Duraxis, this one's all you. Same thing as last time. She announces that you must give her a gift. What will yours be this time?
Duraxis is gonna give her a piece of the broken ore that he used to destroy the boulder.
Oh,
Is he still a
fabulous.
gorilla?
No, he's a normal.
Okay.
I mean, you know, the illusion was so good, no one had any suspected at all that he was a gorilla at all.
Right.
Yeah,
No
nobody
one
even
did.
figured it out.
Yeah.
At no point did they. No,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That'd be-
As you hand
It's
her
a-
the ore, she says, "The gift of victory." Well, my
Yeah?
goodness, that is a powerful one. You might certainly become one of the champions. And she sends you across the way. There is, and this time, as she takes the ore, it seems like the ore itself sort of shrinks down and becomes like it looks like a little statue of you with like your hand raised up. You know, there's little wooden statue, and she just sort of pops that into her pouch. And 9 other people get chosen, giving various gifts that seem just strange and odd. One of them, you see they give the gift of like they pull out one strand of their own hair and give it to them, and you watch as the color seems to fade from all of their hair as that's given to her, and it just turns completely white. And then she picks up a blade of grass and she touches it to their hair, and it turns this beautiful, vibrant green color.
Oh,
and you see her pocket the hair.
That's cool.
Gotta write that one down. That's
I
cool.
like that. Aggressive.
And wow. She looks at you and she is like, just like, and you look around and you notice that there are several Fae that actually do have grass sort of seemingly growing out of their head.
Like Drax is like all sheepish now. He's like, oh, fucked up.
Just you are over there with the rest of the champions, the new champions. She says, for this race, you must circle this lake 3 times. You must. And she points out the route around the race. She sort of takes some of the seeds from around her and blows on them, and you see them just scatter themselves all around the lake, like pointing out where the track is for this race. And tell me,
what's the approximate distance of just around the lake once? In Drax's
around the lake once is probably about a mile.
Okay.
Like it's not a huge lake, but it's a significant distance.
Okay. It'll be 3 laps.
So, yeah, 3 laps. 3 laps around the lake. So, you hear her say, ready? I don't care, go! And everyone just starts either stumbling or run. Like some people are just hammered and just like sort of like fall down a little bit and then get back up and then just like stumble and then fall down a bit and get back up. What are you looking like? What's going on over there with you?
Drax is just gonna start with normal running and just see how he's faring with that. Which I mean,
sure,
it's not.
So there's like 2 or 3
crazy
people ahead of you, and they look like they are in shape.
Yeah.
They are ready to beat your ass on this. What are you gonna do?
Daraxis is good at like illusion, like logs and like big rocks in front of these people, and just see if it slows them down or like trips them up, or like pits too, and he's just gonna mess with them. He's not gonna do anything physically to them yet. He's just gonna start.
So there are three runners ahead of you, and what you see are that like 2 of the runners, like you put like a group of logs or something in front of one of them, and they like try to jump over it, and then there's nothing there to jump over. They like land wrong and sort of stumble, like fall down and like roll into the grass. Another one, when you throw a pit in front of them, they like veer off and then like slide on some of the mud next to the lake and just go straight into the water. And so at this point, and everyone else just seems to sort of be just drunkenly trying to keep up with the rest of you. That'll keep you and then one other person sort of, and they're sort of pulling ahead of you. But you make it halfway around the lake on your own. I'm gonna need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, and let's see how you're feeling.
19.
Have you not trained your doggo to do saving throws for you?
No,
Yeah?
unfortunately.
Is that not?
Just not a click.
Okay. You're still doing good. Everything's great.
I'm just trying to keep.
Can we
pace
get a
with him.
little? Can we shift it to a little faster music? It's a race for all.
Yeah.
For goodness sake. There.
Well, that's it.
Yes, we have absolutely. So now, this guy in front of you is pulling ahead of you, and the 2 guys that you tricked are catching up to you again.
Oh no.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
So how? Sorry. Here, I'm gonna put her down. You're so cute, but you're also really distracting. I can't. All right. So, um, so the other guy's pulling ahead, and the other two people are catching up.
Yep.
I feel like I want to use the same gimmick with the polymorph, but I feel like I want to do something different. I'm not 100% sure what that could be. Okay, no, I know what's gonna be. So Draxus, he is going to just wave his hand and just turn invisible, and then just take a massive shortcut. Just run.
One of the things that you find is that like there are these seeds floating in the air on either side of the track, and as you try to take a shortcut, it's like you're slamming into a wall.
Okay. Okay. Bear with me. So Daraxis is going to, in front of him, cast Ray of Frost, and then just like do these like slides where he just runs and just slides along the frost, and then just like pops back up, and then just gets a running start and does that, and just
God.
conserving his energy by just sliding around.
As you do that, you hear this huge cheer from the crowd, and like the little patches of ice are now obstacles that the other runners.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you as you do that, you get around to the first, like to the starting point again, and that's your first lap. Please give me a Constitution saving throw, this time with advantage because you're conserving your strength.
Nice. 17. I don't know why I have a plus
fabulous
5 Constitution to my saving throw.
Are you rolling for your apes?
No, that's just... I don't know. I don't know why I have a... I guess sorcerers have charisma and constitution as their saving throws. It's probably because of concentration spells. That's probably what it is.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's
so you keep going. You see, as you pass the first time, you see like the woman whose name is Cluria, by the way. She sort of like gives you a little wink. She likes what you're doing now. It's a thing. But now all of a sudden, you see something start appearing along the racetrack. There is now these little seeds have started spinning and will occasionally just slam right across the racetrack. And you can see them coming because they change color. And you watch as the one person in front of you just gets knocked into the other side of the wall and gets thrown into the lake by one of these things. Starts like striding out, but now you are the one in the lead. I'm going to need you to start giving me some... I'm going to need 3 perception checks to see whether you see them in time.
Okay. I'm just going to roll with advantage and then roll once.
Fabulous. All right, let's see.
23, 13, and 21.
All right, so 2 of them you absolutely see coming. 1 of them you do not. Please roll me 3 dexterity checks, 2 with advantage. And let's see what happens. All right. So the first one, you failed. The second one, you succeeded. And the third one, you failed.
So we have a pool of actually, believe it or not, I wrote it down. We have 12 plus 2s.
Oh my God.
Can I give...
You may use 2 of them to succeed.
Woo!
So you dodge out of the way.
And the way he does this is as he's watching it, so he's sliding on it because he's already done the Ray of Frost. But what he's going to do is he's going to adjust his speed by using Firebolt behind him to give him an increased speed to be able to dodge the things that's necessary. So he's waiting
Oh my God.
just the right minute. He just gives himself a burst of extra speed with his firebolt that he shoots behind him.
Thank you so much. All right, so you are rocket skiing.
Yeah, exactly.
Around
That's
this
exactly
racetrack.
right.
Absolutely, you are. There's all right. You make it to the halfway point. I'm gonna need another. Now because you're doing like a cantrip every single round. You're gonna have to give me that Constitution saving throw without advantage.
Okay. 21.
Oh
Dang.
my
yes.
God!
Woo!
You are feeling this. You got
Drax
this
is like, I'm gonna win
today.
every one of these games. Yeah, I'm gonna win them all. I'm gonna be the greatest ever.
Now
It's like getting to his
there
head.
are 3 more of these obstacles, but this time it's not just things spinning across the track. Now what you see is they are like popping up or going down, things like that. So you don't know which direction they're coming from for the second half. I'm gonna need 3 more perception
Draxus
checks. Yes.
is just going to touch his helmet and just teleport past all the obstacles that he could see.
I'm gonna need you to roll me
Okay.
We're just burning,
5d10.
just gonna
Five
burn all our
D10.
spells.
Okay.
I need 5d10.
It's worth it. I
Please.
want to win.
Please roll me 5d10.
23.
What? 23. All right. As you attempt to teleport past all these obstacles, you use one use of the teleport spell. But what happens is that it bounces you off the magical walls of this race, and you take 23 points of damage as you are just very quickly. You are now like half of the racetrack ahead of anyone else, right? But you've just been slammed. This teleport spell, it'll be sort of like Nightcrawler, just sort of like appearing, slamming into a wall, getting thrown like 30 feet,
Yeah.
slamming into the wall, just tumbling all the way down
Draxus
this
is
magical
kinda-
track.
He's kind of dazed and just sliding on the ice, like
Yep.
sprawled out on his back, just like spinning as he's just like, oh.
You see Cluria just laughing her ass off. She is loving this.
Would anyone notice
the-
if I cast a spell?
I mean, maybe not. Depends on what you're trying to do. I will say that you have just seen. He tried to cast a spell through the wall.
Oh, good
and
point. Yeah.
It slammed him several times.
He just got pinball.
Now, yeah, that's probably not. a
But
good
you can
idea.
try if you'd like.
See, but the spell I'm thinking of, I would not want that to,
Well, you're either gonna try or you're not gonna try.
yeah. Is he in first right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it this the last lap?
Are you gonna blue shell
He's just
me?
about to start the last lap.
As soon as he starts the last lap or gets a good little distance, can I cast web behind him?
You can try it. Do it. Yeah.
This is for my planar touchstone.
Oh,
That's right.
damn. Oh,
the
from
living
a
organ
planar
lets me cast
touchstone.
web.
Oh.
Oh, for those in the chat who don't know, planar touchstones are incredibly powerful. They are places or items somewhere in the multiverse that are so powerful that you can actually connect to them and use an attune. You can attune to them. They don't move. They stay where they are, but you get powers from them because you have attuned to them. So absolutely, you can do that. As you cast that spell, you see Cluria sort of looking over at you because she wasn't expecting it to work. Like, she saw you going at it,
Yeah.
and she's just like, oh, whatever. This will be funny to watch. And then all of a sudden, the web is inside the racetrack. She's like, oh. And you see that the web has attached itself to all of the different like floating dandelion things.
Mhm.
And what's happening is the dandelions have now started crossing paths and trying to get away from this web, and it's creating. It looks sort of like a shadow puppet scene on the wall. Like it looks sort of like it's a flower, and then it's a tree, and then it's a puppy, and then it is the moon, and it's just like this whole section of racetrack is now just these webs whipping around right behind Duraxis. Fabulous. You get inspiration for that. There's now Duraxis, it is the final lap. First off, you see that now it's gotten crazy because while you are running, you suddenly, you feel like you just like sort of got thrown to the side and are now trying to run, like you stumble and you're running
Very
perpendicular to the ground along the wall of the racetrack. And then suddenly it shifts again. And now you're running on the other wall. And so gravity seems to be shifting within the racetrack itself at this point. I'm going to need you to give me first 3 intelligence checks to see if you can keep running in the right direction as you are thrown
13,
over and over.
22, which is a crit, and then a 14.
Okay, I will. So all of it's a DC 13. I will say you're good, and you have figured out the pattern. So now you will get advantage as you do your dexterity rolls to do this. So I need 3 dexterity checks with advantage, please. Dexterity saves.
Okay, so we got a 21, a 7, and then a 22, which is another crit.
What I will say is that because you got a crit on the last one, on the middle one, you don't time it quite right, but like as you fall, you are sliding on one of the old ice patches that you made, and when you get to the end, you just bounce back up and start running again. So you make it another halfway around in front of everyone who seem to be, most of them are just trapped in the web at this point.
Like,
There is there are still 2 that have managed to somehow make it through the web, and they're about to catch up to you at this point. What are you gonna do?
So we're on the last lap, right?
Yep.
Presumably there's like where are we at in the lap?
You are halfway around the lake.
Okay, so Duraxis is gonna run normally until he's within sight of the finish line, or at least around the bend where he can kind of at least see it in the distance. I'm assuming it's like kind of like, once you turn that final bend, you can see it kind of. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a NASCAR track.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
So he's not overly
Okay, so you're
concerned
gonna
yet
go. So as
if
you're
they're
gonna do that,
catching
fabulous.
up.
I thought there was more. No.
No. We're saving it. We're saving it for the last part.
Okay, so I will need the same intelligence. No, because you got a crit, you figured it out. So I just need 3 dexterity checks at advantage, please. Let's see. Oh, that is bad. All right. Okay, second one. Ooh,
2 7s
there's
and a
a couple
15.
of those.
Hi.
Yeah, absolutely. You. So do you want to use some of those +2s?
It would be a lot, wouldn't it? Be like.
It would be a significant chunk. You would need.
No, I'll save him. It'll be funny to fall down.
Okay, all right, fabulous. So on the first one, you absolutely like gravity shifts and you just get slammed all the way across the hallway. It seems like, and you get stunned for a bit, and somebody else who has figured out the pattern actually gets in front of you. And as you get slammed for the second time, another person gets in front of you. There are now 2 people in front of you, and you are almost to the end of the racetrack.
All right. So Duraxis. So I can see the racetrack. I can see the end.
Yes.
All right. So, Daraxis is going to, as he's running, do this ray of frost, but instead of doing it flat on the ground, he is going to do a shallow ramp. And he's going to run, and just as he hits the mid part of the ramp, he is going to, with both hands behind him, shoot out not firebolt, but scorching ray, and shoot three scorching rays and just torpedo himself towards the end of the thing with little regard to the momentum.
I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to first make me two dexterity
I also
saving
have to make
throws.
a wild magic save.
Yes, you do.
On the
Yeah.
okay, 10. Okay, so successful. Successful. Okay.
I need two dexterity saving throws
Okay.
at disadvantage.
18.
Let's
and
see what
12.
this looks like. All right, so with the 18, you avoid one of them, but you slam directly into one of the other guys who was in front of you. And you actually carry them over the webbing with you, and you are tumbling. And now we don't know who's going to cross the finish line first because you're tumbling. So I need a person. Let's get Reginald. You haven't done much during this race. Please give me a percentile dice. High is better.
Let's see.
Let's see what's going on here.
Let's see how it tumbles out.
Let's do it. A 49. Oh, damn. You know what? I will allow you to use a +2 in this situation.
Let's do it.
If you want.
Let's do it. Oh, that's hilarious.
With a +2, it becomes a 51, and you just barely are the one that makes it across the finish line first. It is a photo finish. And Gloria looks at you and says, a champion of not one, but two of the games.
As he's tumbling, it's like Daraxis wins ass first, as he's just like fuck. Just hits the dirt and just kind of is like, just he's not quite passed out, but he's pretty close. That was a lot. Like, that was a lot.
He's a little winded. You managed not to gain any levels of exhaustion, even though you just ran 3 miles. Like, good for you. Those are some clutch friggin' rolls.
Those are some crazy
There's yes. But as you are lauded as the winner and various shouts of
I think I'm gonna take a break for the next one, depending on what it is.
You see as everyone heads over to the next fabulous woman. This one looks as though she has just got caterpillars just crawling all over her. And they seem to, as she talks to certain people, you will see that like some of them like will lift up their heads and sort of look at whoever she's talking to. And there's just, she seems to be just covered in silk and the caterpillars seem to weave silk of just vibrant colors that are totally different. So there's just like constantly changing colors as these caterpillars cover her further and further in silk. Her name is Havertail, and she shouts to the crowd, "Who shall be my champion?" And who's going to?
I think.
Did she say?
Is he muted for anyone else? Or is it just me
what?
that I can't hear what Michael's saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, Michael.
Can anyone else hear him? Because I feel like
Michael,
he's talked a couple times.
Not for
no.
I was muted.
Come on, Michael. I need you to pull it together.
What did she say? What did she say? The God, why? The challenges.
She hasn't yet.
Okay.
I'm going! Daraxis, come on, you could win 3!
Yeah, alright, sure.
Come on, everybody could do it.
Alright, Daraxis, like, is gonna just, like, he's just gonna grab some random person's drink and just knock it back. He's like, I'm a champion, I can do this. His ego is, like, blown through.
Give me a Constitution saving throw to see if you get hammered.
16.
All right, you're good.
Okay.
You're
I just-
good.
I just chest bump and I'm like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
sharks.
He just like
let's go."
smashes at the ground. Like, yeah, this is who I am.
All right. So how
Woo!
many of you are going to? How many of you are actually going to?
All of us. Let's
participate?
do
of
All
it.
three of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Let's do it.
What are each of you going to give as your gift to Hammertail?
I've been thinking about this the whole time. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I've seen some examples. What I do is I'm going to use some sorcery points with this one to make it look a little bit cooler. You see, as I start moving my hands in a sort of ritualistic manner, the motions kind of lag behind, and it looks like there's a wave. And you look up in the sky, and I have painted a picture with skywrite of all three of the women together. And I'm just like, just for this momentous occasion, I was thinking, like, this would be so cool if we had
You,
this.
as you are watching, you see three other figures appear in your spell that you didn't intend, and it's their three sisters. It's the other three women.
Oh, that's so perfect. I write that down.
and you absolutely get inspiration for that. That's fabulous. There is you.
Oh.
And she looks at you and she says, "It is the gift of creation." Oh, and you see this thing just sort of like, it seems to explode into like a whole series of butterflies that all just circle down and land on Havertail and just seem to sort of like sink into and meld into the silk. It looks sort of like the caterpillars are like crawling over them, just like encasing all of these butterflies in silk. What about you, Gulch? What are you gonna give?
Is there any way I can make like just a little tiny section of the web that I made in the race and give that to her?
You know what? You absolutely can. There was a couple of sections that were attached to like the ice that had been forming, so you could like break those off and hand one of those. And as you do, she looks and she says, "The gift of ingenuity, fantastic!" And she sort of like puts the web like on her shoulder, and you see one of the caterpillars like sort of crawl and just sort of like hang off of it a little bit, and start weaving a cocoon.
And then
And-
Araxis is gonna look over in the crowd, and he's gonna see none other than Rathon. Hey, did you see that I won? Both the two of them. Yeah, the two of them.
That's not Rathon. Oh, there's Rathon. It's not like Rathon. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Oh, it's good to see you. You won some prizes, dude. That's amazing, man. I am so happy to see you guys like
Yeah,
enjoying
I was
it.
the
I was.
strongest and the fastest.
Oh,
Yeah, you wandered off with like a couple of girls and a couple of guys off to this fabulous tavern.
oh, you know, it's a celebration. Everyone's in
Yeah.
a party mood. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
how I guess in
She
the
joined
things we
the
just say,
crazy.
it's a time of coming together.
It
You know, there's
really
a lot
is.
of there's a lot of that
Ew.
going on.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's you appear with a one of the necklaces that several people are wearing. You know, because you've been to Shark Week before, that the 6 women that do Shark Week, they will hand out these pendants that stop you from becoming a shark. They hold your form. So that while you are within the glittering air, there's sort of a dome of glittering air over the island right now. While you're in there, there's always the chance that you might turn into a shark. But if you're wearing the necklace, you just won't. It'll just hold your form. And you have a couple of little items that people have given you on the necklace. What did you get?
Myself? I got myself just a couple of personal trinkets, little things for people. To make it easier to find them, I guess, later. I mean, they want me to remember them. They want me, we had a good
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
I think they might want some more oatmeal later, really, is most
Yeah,
of the time.
everyone wants more oatmeal. It's great.
But mostly, I like not being sharked again. I mean, it's fun the first couple of times, but as you get
Yeah.
older, it's all about the festivities of the people.
It
Yeah,
really
you
is, and
know.
you want to be there. You notice like a group of people yell shark, and you see like everyone else sort of like jump up, grab the shark, and throw it in the water, so that it won't drown. This one looks like it's got like a couple of ponytails, as it's swimming around. So they were just sadly you did not get here in time to participate in this particular event, but hopefully you'll be able to participate in some of the next events. So
Oh, has everyone been
I haven't given a gift
in the
yet.
spirit? You guys have been hanging out with the
So
ritual.
they did. So they did.
Okay.
They did the breaking of the rocks to prove their strength, and then they did the race around the lake 3 times, in order to prove their speed. And Diraxis won both of them.
Yeah, I'm just like
Yeah,
that. Kind of
Oh
going.
man, he's
Yeah.
getting into the spirit of things.
yeah.
You're ready for the
Yeah.
show.
Shockwave.
Oh yeah, this is
Shockwave!
the third contest. And as her champions step up, she looks at them and she says, "This one will test just how committed you are. Let's see how long you can do this. You must all jump in the water with our friendly neighborhood sharks, and you must recite this riddle. What is ancient beyond reckoning? What has consumed the very essence of itself? What has been the glory of playful destruction? What can level mountains themselves?"
Can you
And
repeat that one more
We
time?
have to jump in
I'm
the
gonna write it
water
down.
and say that.
yeah, you must do it underwater, which is going to make holding your breath far more difficult. And the person who can stay under the longest will in fact win this challenge. And she waves her hands, and suddenly you have this thing perfectly memorized
Nice.
in your
'cause
head.
As a player, I did not.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. I got you covered. I got you. I got you.
Nice.
So absolutely, there is. I love all the sharks in the chat. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, just shark.
There's
There goes another
hey
one.
chat, I'm gonna need to know what these sharks all look like, please. They all need to look different from each other. There's so the
I
three
think
of
I
you.
know that one.
Yeah, as you say that, you see it wink. Yes,
Oh, I
it is.
do know that
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
Bye,
Rithonic,
Shania.
Yes.
you dirty sea dog.
Yeah, the one that winked at you apparently is blue with deep green stripes. There's very pretty,
I
very
will remember
pretty.
those stripes anywhere.
Yeah. So, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna jump in?
I just cannonball. I just.
Yep, I just step in a little slower.
Ooh.
In my chainmail, just into the water.
I
I love it.
stand on the side of the shore, just watching everyone jump in. And as they're going off, I'm like, guys, I don't really I'm really surprised you guys are all into the whole shark thing this much. You guys are the ones actually now heading the big ritual. You guys are gonna start the party. You know what I mean? That's something I did not expect. I didn't think you guys would be the ones to set this one up. But hey, you guys are in the spirit of things.
Yeah.
Let's get
great.
sharky. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get sharky. Yeah, I like it.
Absolutely. There is.
I like it when you talk
So-
sharky to me.
First, I'm going to need each of you to give me a description of how you get into the water and how you begin to actually speak this riddle underwater.
Draxus is gonna like just jump in with his nose plugged, and just like hit the water like a freaking pencil.
So
It's
this
like
area
stiff
is
as a
not
board.
too. Yeah, like it's just like trying real hard. Like he saw somebody do something like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one time.
yeah. He's like, this is how people jump in water. That's how it works.
Yeah. So you see like everybody jumping in, right? And you can sort of hear this very muffled like as everybody's trying to say it. And you notice that it seems like around people that are saying it properly, that like there's sort of a little glow, and it's just like it lets you know that you said it properly. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna win this one? Nobody? You're all just gonna lay at the bottom of the lake?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Can I cast breathe water? I cast
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
All right. So I'm just sitting there, testing. Yes. Can I say it out loud in the water?
So as you cast breathe water, and it creates sort of like a little like air shield around you, so that you can breathe, you realize that you are totally unable to actually. They come out garbled to you. Whereas the people that have like a glow around them, you can hear their words perfectly. Apparently, these words have to be spoken underwater.
You're kind of thinking this one too hard. I don't think you can hear me down there.
I'll take a good look at the other people and like, is that exactly what I see? That they're just saying it underwater?
Yeah. And you see a lot of them like they'll have to sort of stop because suddenly like water will fill up their mouth, and they'll sort of have to like spit it out and start talking again,
All right, I'll dissipate the spell, and then I'll just dunk my head underwater, and then I'll just do it again.
All right, so you realize that like there is the top of the water of the lake seems like almost hard, and you realize that you can like sort of put your hand through it, but if you try to take a breath, you will not be able to get back down.
At the top of the water? Oh, so
Yeah.
okay.
So
Then
if
I'll
you
just
lift
stay
your head
underwater then.
above the top of the lake, that's it
No.
for you.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
the end of the
Right.
It
podcast.
eliminates you.
Okay.
Okay.
So. Okay, I was underwater when I dissipated the spell,
Yes.
though, right? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll dissipate the spell and then I'll say it.
Fabulous. All right. Please make me, everybody who wants to say the spell, please make me an intelligence check to see if you remember it perfectly. You remember it sort of. Let's see. So, Diraxis,
14.
well, that was Constitution. 14 intelligence. Sadly, that does not make it. As you attempt to speak it, you feel yourself, and everyone else that doesn't have like a glow around them, you watch as suddenly they sort of start like floating up to the top on their own and just sort of like get popped out of the lake as they mispronounce it. But Gulch and Reginald, you both get through the first one perfectly fine.
Draxus
Now
is
I'm
just
going to need...
on the top of the water just crying because he finally lost. It's like, I'm a loser.
Wow.
Hey man, it's all good. It's all celebration.
It all went to my head.
No man, trust me. This is one of those team games. We're all gonna win here. So
Okay.
you guys are all gonna.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a group event.
Snowflake just gave you advantage. Let's see if you're actually sad about it, or if you were just in your head.
Yeah,
you just
so
got all
in
in
my
your
head.
head and you imagined yourself losing.
No, I definitely lost.
No, you. Oh wow. Yeah. No, you get.
I accidentally say wormhead in the speech instead,
Oh my god.
and I just immediately like torpedo out of the water onto the shore,
Yeah.
like right in front of the lady,
Absolutely.
and I'm like
absolutely
staring up at the
like
lady.
she just looks at you like.
I'm just like. Yeah, because I thought I heard Wormhead.
Yeah, no, this is.
You should have like taken the comprehend language helmet that you got. It might have been- I don't know, man. This might have been like the one. It's all right, dude. Again, it's just a party, dude. It's just a party. We're all gonna win
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm going to need Constitution saving throws from the other two to see if you start drowning.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Are
damn.
you kidding me?
All right, Gulch, I'm sorry, but in this round, the DCs are 15.
Oh my
You
god.
take a level of exhaustion, unless you
Ooh.
want to use one of your +2s.
How many do we have left?
I think
8.
like
12. I think.
Oh
you
my
used
God.
5.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use one.
okay, so fabulous. All right, so you make it. There is and you keep going. You see like one or two of the other people suddenly like they just can't hold their breath that long, and they float back up to the top. And there's about 5 of you left.
Is there
All right.
someone that's like not struggling at all besides me? I mean,
There's like 3. There's 3.
Okay.
Gulch
I'll
is struggling a little bit.
I'll shape water and push one of the 3 up out of the water.
Oh, you're
Yes.
a bitch.
Draxus is like,
You are
yeah,
a
again.
bitch. Now my question would be, does shape water have verbal components?
Does it shape water? Let's see.
I believe it does.
It doesn't. It's instantaneous.
It's just somatic.
It's somatic. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
Ooh.
as you are saying this, yes, and you get rid of it, there are 4 of you left. It's you and Gulch and 2 others. All right. I'm going to need another intelligence check to see if you can say it properly once again. You can get your tongue around all of this in the water. Oh, Gulch
Oh, nice.
definitely makes it.
Let's see.
All right,
it's rolling.
Reginald. Let's see, Reginald. Oh,
Oh,
damn.
Dirty
damn.
20.
You've already gotten through it once. You now remember it. Like, you're good to go. Everything's fabulous. And
I see him do the shape water little trick, and I let my little hound go off to the side, and I'm like, "Hey, look, everyone, it's a demon dog! Isn't that cool?" And then they'll turn around, and then as they like turn around, I like stomp on the ground once, and I cast Erupting Earth below where I know the other 2 people are, and I just want to like
shit.
stomp and have some like dirt just pop them out of the
I love how
water.
none of us are like, that's
Absolutely.
cheating. We're just all like, yeah, fuck
No,
that.
they don't care.
Listen,
We don't
Rules
gotta.
were not
just
established.
This is a
No rules
hero
were established.
adventuring party
Yeah.
versus a bunch of normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
can't
just,
let a normie
you see
win.
2 of them just whoop right out of the lake. You've got 2 people left. You've
Oh, it's
got
just the 2 of
two
us.
adventurers. It's just the 2 of you.
I'll just look at Gulch like
There's,
thumbs
but
up.
as that happens, you hear from behind Rathan, you hear shark, and you see a
No.
red-skinned shark with a little flame coming out of the back of it get picked up and thrown into the water
Oh,
as your little hellhound
No,
has
he
been
turned into a
turned
shark.
into a shark.
No.
Pouncer is going to have the most.
Yeah.
He looks like the
confusing
most
era of his life.
metal shark, though. He looks
Yeah,
like
absolutely
the
it does,
most
because
badass
like while the shark's
Yeah.
dorsal fin is up out of the water, it is on fire. So you see this flaming dorsal fin coming towards you.
Dude.
Absolutely, yes. So now you've gotten it down. Now I need that Constitution saving throw. Let's see.
See who wins.
Oh,
Oh,
damn,
Gulch with the
Gulch.
crit.
Gulch. Okay. All right. Gulch, you are good to go for the next 3 rounds. You have got this. You have figured it out.
No
Reginald.
hard feelings. Shape water.
Reginald, I'm going to need both of you to give me another intelligence check.
Can I
Let's
shape
see.
water first this round and get him out of the...
Oh my God, yes. So you can, but remember, we don't do rolls against each other. So you have just cast shape water to get rid of Reginald. Reginald, you see this happening.
Or Gulch.
Gulch, you see this happening.
Does
What are you gonna do?
Diraxis see this happening?
I'm gonna say no. This is a personal thing that's happening between the 2 of them.
Cool.
I'm gonna let it happen.
Okay, you just
Gulch
get
lets it happen.
flung out of the water. It's very Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's just like, what is your favorite color? I don't know.
Hey,
No!
did you say Wormhead too?
All right, so this is the third one. I'm going to need as you try to rise to the surface after Gulch has been gone, you realize that it's solid. And give me one more intelligence check to see if you can repeat this again.
Come on, baby. No whammies.
You can do it.
That's a whammy.
You can do it. Oh, that is absolutely a whammy. Does anybody want to help out?
How many +2s do we have?
We have 7 plus 2s left.
7 more? I'll make it a success with the +2s. I mean...
Okay, sure. So you would need to take it up to a 15. So that is going to be 3 more.
Okay.
So you make it. Yes, you say it again. Fabulous. You do it. Now, as you say it, like the top of the water shifts and becomes water again, and you float up to the top, and you see this fabulous woman, Havertail, stride up to you and give you a big hug and pull you out of the water, and you're suddenly just perfectly dry.
Yeah, before that, as I push out of the water, I pull off my hat, and my hair is super long, and I just kind of like all the like wetness off of it. Like, yeah, oh, I'm so good. And then she pulls me out and hugs me, and then I'm dry. Oh.
She's like, oh, that was wonderful and so much fun to watch. I so enjoyed it.
It was so much fun to do. I can't wait for the next one.
But now it's time. I'm going to need, and she sends you off to her sister, who seems to be wrapped in a whole series of vines that have and each vine is a little different. Some of them are thorny, some of them are not. Some of them have flowers, some of them don't, and they're all different colors. I
grab Gulch and everyone else in the party, and as this is happening, I'm like, yo, guys, come on, gather in. It's time. It's gonna happen. He's coming. You excited?
What is happening?
What?
What do you mean what?
Who's coming?
We have just been kind of here.
What do you mean what? You guys have been doing this, right? You know, this
We've
is
been just here.
a ritual, right?
We just been vibing.
No, you
Oh,
guys have been
shit.
doing a ritual.
This is the ritual.
And
I thought it seemed kind of funny.
Yeah, as you say that, so you are sort of swept by the crowd over towards Shublar, who is the next one. And she looks at all of you and she's like, oh, the champions are here. Yes, now this one, everyone may participate in. You must make 4 groups on different sides of the lake. And this time you must make on the ground the image of a perfect wave. Any wave you want, anyone that you can think of, but they must be perfect and delightful, and whosever wave is the most beautiful shall become the champions of this. And you feel yourself sort of swept over to one section of the lake.
I got this, guys. I know waves a little bit. Okay, back in my hometown, my family they pretty much ran the seafaring industry. So
I mean, I think we could make a really delightful wave if we all stand in a line and then raise our hands at the right time. We could do
I didn't even
that.
think of that.
That'd
That's
be
a good
pretty-
idea,
That'd be pretty fun, I think.
Oh my
I've never
god.
seen that one.
I mean,
It's actually, no one's done that here. We could.
No one's done it.
No.
I
At
saw
least
it in
not
a
that.
small village that I passed through.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's cool.
I do
That's
like that idea a lot.
wave.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
we
kind of
are
wanted
the
to
wave.
make like.
I think it's kind of
Like
out
a
of the
wave,
box.
All right, let's go. I'm holding on to them as we're getting pushed through and we're having this conversation. I'm no, just stay together.
Absolutely. So there's probably
many people are in
40
team?
people, in your group, there's 40 people. So I'm going to need you to tell me how you're going to organize all of these people.
Duraxis is just going to reach out and just cast hypnotic pattern on all these people to get them to cooperate. He's just gonna raise his hand like, "Alright, you guys all listen to me because I have really good ideas. Just close your eyes." And just like all this kind of purple mist is gonna just surround everybody. Just like go in their nostrils, in their ears, and just he's just gonna mass charm everybody. So it's important that the wave is perfect.
Yeah.
I start
As you
coughing
do
as the
this-
smoke comes into my mouth. That's disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't think of a good flavor.
That's hypnosis.
You
That's...
You didn't. As you do this, there's all these people around you that just start like wandering through the pattern. Like they're all just entranced by this. And so even the ones that are outside of the scope of the spell will wander into it to see what's going on. And you get everybody lined up. All right, tell me, Gulch, what are you gonna do to help? We've got everybody hypnotized.
What am I gonna do to help?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay,
That's
then,
totally
hey,
fair.
hey, Reginald, what are you gonna do to help?
I'm going to kind of wait for splashing waves around the group of people, and as they form, I'm going to be walking around the group and start freezing all of the crashing waves in this big kind of like rose pattern around, like rose petal pattern around the group of people.
Hey, Rathod, can you lead everyone in like a cool dance? And then at the end of the dance, we'll all do the wave. Is that something that you could do?
Oh my god!
I feel like you know how to
Definitely
groove,
do
my
that.
friend.
I think I can do that.
Yeah.
I have an idea
Oh,
or
it's
two.
I'm definitely gonna need a description of said dance.
Oh yeah, no. So Rathon's like, yeah, I can do that. And he like steps away from the crowd a little bit. He's like, he takes out his staff, the woodlands, and he plants it in, and a little tree grows up, like a really skinny, scrawny tree with like 2 makeshift limbs and 2 makeshift legs, and has like just little branches as hair. And I'm gonna play with the wind a little bit and basically make it like do like a little like a really relaxed, like wavy dance, like very Hawaiian inspired sort of hula type thing, and just like really rhythmic, and it'll go with the lap of the waves and the sound of the crash. And it's eventually gonna be a little bit more higher up movement, and everyone's gonna slowly kind of.
Original, I think
as
something
you
that
are as you are doing that, one of the things that you see is that you are in a pretty powerful magical area, and there's a lot of magic happening around you. So as you plant like this very skinny tree growing up, it suddenly sort of starts like filling out a little more, and you see like an actual like a grass skirt grow, and there is just like an actual like hula dance happening there's as you're doing that. It's
I
gorgeous.
impress myself all the time, honestly, you guys.
and then
Just
Reginald, I
flows.
think like the absolute like cherry on top would be if everyone like sang a song. I feel like maybe not this person that you are, but like maybe the person you are in your past life was good at that. Would you be willing to lead everyone in a song?
I mean,
not
not really.
I just get that
I
vibe.
No, my voice is.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much
Amy.
for the raid, Scarlet Song. Welcome to Shark Week.
Shark Week.
There is, for those of you who just joined us, to let you know what's going on, we have been transported to an island called Briny Bridge, where there's a bunch of halfling pirates, and in addition to those halfling pirates, there is something going on this week. There are these 6 fabulous ladies that are creating something called Shark Week, where they have put up this magical aura over the entire island, and randomly, you might turn into a shark and get thrown into the water by everyone else. as people scream, "Shark!" And we are now having Shark Week games. We have proven that we are strong by crushing boulders. We have proven that we are fast by running a race. We have proven that we have great constitution by holding our breath and reciting poems under the water. And now we are proving just how fabulous we are by creating the perfect wave instead of drawing it or anything like that. Our group has decided to do an actual wave.
And sorry, I just was so caught off guard by that. So I asked for Thawne to do like help us with the dance, and then I asked Reginald to essentially do a song. He's just
Absolutely.
like, straight up.
Yeah,
No,
I
can't do
fucking
that.
sing, man.
I was
Sorry.
not expecting it all. It just was so funny. Okay, that's fine.
You didn't like the big wave shape splash?
No,
around
I
him?
think that's
That-
great. I was just thinking of
You know
other
what?
ideas.
I got it. So I make a little dome in the middle of the wave around them, and then I go and I cast Thunder Wave, but I morph it and I change the instead of thunder damage, I want it to be lightning, and stripes of energy shoot through the wave, so it still looks like it's like foam and it's like moving and it's still active. Is that better? Is that...
Oh, it's fantastic.
Whichever group that isn't ours that looks most enthusiastic, can I cast calm emotions on them and make them less enthusiastic about this?
my
Just make them kind of
God.
like meh.
Make them just
Oh my
indifferent about the
God.
game.
It's so.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
so
I
you
could play.
see- You do so around the lake. What you see is there. It looks like there's one group that has decided to like essentially use sticks to sort of like draw like waves in the dirt around the lake. There's
Mhm.
one where it seems like there are some magic users out there that have sort of taken a leaf from your notebook and have decided to actually start shaping Earth into like what looks like a perfect wave, so that it's like a 3D sculpture of an actual wave. And on the other side, you see people trying to. They seem a little drunk. They might need a little help. They seem to be like, as waves hit the shore from the lake, they seem to be sort of trying to scoop them up and like put them
Those
on the
guys got
ground.
the right idea. I mean, catch one. That would be so much easier.
So the most enthusiastic one is obviously the ones that are doing the 3D sculpture.
Yeah. Can I cast calm emotion on them and just make them like really indifferent about it?
Absolutely. As you do, you see like one of the people that was sort of standing at the back of the group who wasn't really helping much just stride forward, and you hear them very loudly say like, "I guess it's an okay wave." Oh. And then just stand there, like not offer any advice or anything like that. Just, I mean, once you've seen the waves that they did in Joaquin's Spiral at the Great Library, I suppose everything seems a little ordinary. And everyone around them is suddenly just like, we thought we were doing good. And so their wave is a little like not quite fully formed. It's just sort of,
They just kind of give up.
but
halfway
everyone
through.
else, you notice like a couple of the sisters like going over to the group that needs some help, and they seem to sort of like be helping them a little by like little as they try to like take a wave. Suddenly it sort of looks like it's turned to glass, and they like pick it up and like put it on the shore, and it's nice. But are you going to do the dance and the song?
I thought it was. Is it just a dance? I thought it was just a dance.
Oh no! Apparently, Reginald has been asked to do a song as well.
And
Are
I
we?
said
Yeah,
no.
he said
I was like,
straight up no. That's
No,
why I
I-
was
I don't
dying. He was like,
so-
no.
Nope.
So I'm going to need from all of you. We are going to do. I need each of you to roll me a d20. Because you're all working together, you can do it with advantage. But we're going to add up your scores because you're all working together to make this happen. And you have to get at least 50.
Oh my
and
god.
this is going to be a what is
Oh
this going to
my
be?
God.
A performance check. You're gonna need so give me each of you give me a performance check with
Oh, okay.
advantage, and the total
Performance?
has to be at least 50. All right.
Okay, I crit on my performance check again.
Shut up.
That's
Nice,
25.
Oh my god.
That's
okay.
a 23, baby.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
we hit it
God,
and
that's
some.
48.
Oh, yeah.
That's 48. All right,
At this
Rathon,
point-
18.
what'd you get? An
18
18.
is
It's
the
with advantage, so give me.
I rolled twice. I just did them
Oh,
individually.
you just don't. You don't have any pluses to your performance.
Oh, it's performance. I just heard a roll
Yeah.
20. My mistake.
No.
In that case, my performance is
No, I did say that originally, and then I realized that is incorrect.
+4, so
That is
22.
not correct.
22. So we are now at 70. And Reginald.
I'm gonna do borrowed knowledge, and you see as I pull out a stone, a bunch of different lights kind of show up around in like kind of vague figures, and I just look at one and I grab it and I put it into me, and I shimmer for a second, and I do the thing. I gain, in performance. So I
We are
rolled an
burning
18
so-
before, so
So many abilities and spell
Let's
slots
see.
to win games.
Win the games.
Oh,
Hell
that
yeah.
would be 13, 16.
So 16. Fabulous. That means that you got to 86
Nice.
total. This wave is gorgeous. It is just perfectly timed. And everyone around the whole thing just looks, and they are so impressed at the ingenuity, the creativity of this. Everyone just starts shouting, "Yay, Shockwave! Shockwave!" Everyone is very excited about this. The ladies come over and they say, "You have done spectacularly this evening, just so beautifully.
Are any of
There
them
is
crying?
one thing that we need to see who is going to be the true champion." And they gather the four of you together and they say, "As you have convinced all of these fabulous people to create a wave, now you must convince the lake itself to make a wave for you."
It's happening.
I'll let you guys go first.
Each of you will have your chance to do so. Why don't we start with, let's start with Rathon this time. Rathon, what will you do to convince the lake itself to make a wave for you?
I am going to throw a week's worth of my patented oatmeal and spread it across, and it'll glint and sparkle in the sun and shine for no reason despite being green oats. And a little spark of flames will sear across in an arc across all of them and cook them perfectly and just toss them into the ocean. And I'm just going to turn around to the hags and just be like, I'm gonna chum the waters, just get a little feast going inside, try to that's the real gift, right? And just sit back down, and actually I take like 10 steps back as everyone else
yeah.
does their thing.
you notice like as your oatmeal sort of it lands at the edge of the water, and you see the water like seemingly like it was pretty still, and then all of a sudden you see like a small wave come up and just sort of lap up onto the ocean, lap up onto the shore, and just drag some of the oatmeal down into the water.
Oh, hungry.
Good
Hungry.
one. Nice.
Hungry boys. All right.
And what about you, Gulch? What are you gonna do?
This is a little weird. Can I ritual cast Unseen Servant 60 feet above the lake? So it just
I think
medium
unseen
humanoid.
servants can't. Oh yeah, so
It would basically just appear 60 feet above the lake and just drop from 60 feet into the air into the lake.
Absolutely, yes, you can. As you do that, you see that everyone sees nothing, as it is unseen. But they do see a big splash towards the shore of the lake, and then as you look through the lake, you can see that there's like the space where a body would be, but there's just no water there. And then you watch as it sort of moves towards the shore. It doesn't look like it's walking, it's just being sort of shoved towards the shore, and a small wave has just sort of shoved it all the way back up onto the shore. And all of the ladies say, yes, oh, that's wonderful. 2 waves, fabulous. Duraxis, what are you gonna do?
Direxis is going to look up in the sky and just take his hand, and just this flame is going to appear in his hand, and he is going to shoot it into the sky at an angle, casting fireball, and the fireball is going to just arc and just hit the water. But he's going to be quickening that. He could also cast shape water to amplify the height and the ferocity of the wave that crashes as it hits the shore from this giant fireball.
So you as this fireball slams into the lake, you are going to let me see. I am going to say you are going to take 14 damage as this wave comes sliding out, seems to avoid everyone else,
He made it bigger than
and
he thought it
just
was going to be.
slams you right in the face.
Gosh, this is just like sputtering on the shore, just like.
The ladies are like, ooh, it's getting spicy today, this little lake is. Yes,
He's gonna pull like some seaweed out of his mouth and.
And finally, Reginald, what are you gonna do?
This has been so fun. Hanging out with everybody has made me remember my family, and I just kind of walk out till I'm like kind of elbows deep into the water, and I'm just gonna say, I was never good at controlling water like you were, brother, and I will cast Thunder Wave at 5th level.
So as you cast it, it seems like the water itself sort of raises up, like to surround it, the area that would make the thunder wave. And as the thunder wave goes off, it seems to turn into like what looks like a little storm cloud in the center of this. And how much damage do you do?
Let's see. Let's do it.
Can I do a thing?
Sure.
Can I? Like, sorry, this is a competition, and he's just
Counterspell your counterspell.
Can I counterspell?
No, he's not.
Ah!
He's not gonna counterspell, or he's not gonna do
Oh, okay. I
counterspell.
That's
thought that's
all
what
the
that
counter
too.
spells.
And you can't cast Thunderwave and do counterspell at the same time.
Yeah, that's
spells.
true.
Yeah, but it's a reaction. It doesn't. It's
No, it still
not the
counts
same
as
thing.
2-leveled spells.
22.
Anyway, Draxus isn't gonna do counterspell. That's too lame. It's not Draxus' style. What Draxus is gonna do
Okay.
is he's gonna do a sheet of illusion in front of all the onlookers, just to make it look like everything is peaceful, and just basically just put like the most bland illusion of
Oh my God.
the ocean in front of everybody's eyes, so that they
As it
can't
looks-
see it.
It looks very peaceful. But Reginald, you are going to take 22 damage as the storm is completely redirected right back at you. All of that damage. And so it looks very peaceful and calm, and it's delightful. And then you see Reginald just fly back. You'll see it slammed with this. And then you see like this sort of like the lake is saying harumph. Like you just see like a wave come up and go. And the ladies all just scream with joy. They say, "You did it! Yes!" And everybody is just so excited as you watch the entire lake begin to churn. It looks like there's a huge whirlpool that is being formed in the center of the lake. And you see that all of the ladies are equidistant around the lake itself. As the lake seems to dry itself out and get formed up into Leviathan, the Elder Elemental. A force of
what?
absolute destruction on the plane of water, with the ability to create tidal waves 250 feet high whenever it likes. And you watch as all of the sharks within the lake are just swimming through this Leviathan, just so happy that it's happening. And you see the path that you cleared with the boulders, you realize now is the way down to the ocean. And as you watch, Leviathan streaks towards that opening and slides down the miles very quickly into the ocean of the Patchwork Planet.
Did we win?
I've broke half of the tree that I had because I'm done with it. I'm using the top half as an umbrella, and I walk up to the rest of the group, and I'm just holding it above me like a parasol. I'm like, so, is this like? How do you guys feel? Is this your first time summoning the most destructive entity that you can imagine? Like, isn't this like a great time?
He's real destructive, you say.
Well,
know,
you spent an hour doing this, guys. Come on. You're joking, right?
I
I've
was
seen
told
more
they were
destructive.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
It
was
pretty
joking.
Big, but...
I was for sure joking. Yeah, I totally knew that was gonna happen.
As you
Isn't this so much fun?
are chatting, you watch as what looks like a typhoon begins forming just outside of the town of Briny Bridge. And you see all of these different colored sharks suddenly up in the air, and you witness that you have just helped create an actual Sharknado.
You're kidding me.
Yes!
That's what we were leading up to?
Yes!
Look, it's happening, guys.
You
Look.
fuck
Come
yes!
Oh, I see Pouncer. Oh,
You-
there he goes. Oh, there he is.
How
As
can
There
we
it
have
is.
Shark Week without a Sharknado?
You are now watching with dawning horror that the reason that Fey creatures enjoy this is because they don't actually die in the Feywild. They always come back. And so you watch these Fey creatures sort of jumping up like closer and closer to the Sharknado, and you see them sort of like, as sharks are literally flying out of it, you see them like all trying to dodge, and some of them like throwing each other into the path of a shark.
Sorry,
And
playing
just
real,
like,
real quick, above
just-
table.
yeah.
That doesn't happen in this world, just in the Feywild.
Yeah, yeah.
And presumably they're unaware of this.
Yeah.
This is very
Oh,
tragic.
so they're just
Okay.
okay.
As like I'm talking to you
This is
guys and
dark
it's all
as
happening,
fuck.
I'm like,
So-
it's kind of crazy. They're like playing for keeps here, though. You know, like usually it's all like ha ha ha, come back
Yes.
later.
So-
kind of like it's cool.
So what
Wait.
you do notice something weird, that like all of the fey creatures that seem to be under this dome where the air is sparkling, like you watch as a couple of them actually do get eaten by these sharks, and they just
Oh.
sort of get torn apart, and then like you see them reform sort of on the ground a little ways away a few minutes later. It looks like under like literally these women have brought a piece of the Feywild here, but you watch as one of the pirates gets in the way
Oh.
that is not a fey creature, and suddenly they are just gone.
This gives me.
You also notice that the docks are starting to get completely torn up by this sharknado. And the ladies all shout with joy, "Yay! Oh, Shark Week!"
But who won the last one?
We all did. We all get to play Shark Week now.
So fun.
Yay! And
We
with
should-
that, we're
should
going
go.
to end our session.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
that
that totally-
you
so
have
proud.
summoned.
Oh
You
my
have
god.
summoned an elder elemental that is potentially could destroy every coastal city on the planet.
Nice.
Yeah!
We did it.
Shark Week.
Yeah.
You guys should,
That's what
all
you
three of you
did.
guys should be proud of yourselves. You guys put in the
We-
sweat
we
and
did
tears
good.
for this one.
We did good.
Yeah.
It gives me Rick and Morty
I was charmed that
vibes.
entire time, right?
You
I was charmed that entire time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're very excited about
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah, you
You
were
absolutely
charmed.
want to
cool.
go play
That's
with them.
right. You were charmed.
Yeah. Yep.
No, but this totally gives me Rick and Morty vibes. That one episode where they go to that like that hotel amusement park where you
where
can't
no one
die.
can
Oh, it's so dark. Oh god, yes.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. But here at Planet Allies, what we like to do to end our sessions is we like to say what our favorite moment was. Why don't we, since he was here the least, why don't we start with Rathan? What was your favorite moment today?
Oh, I think my favorite moment is when we got the very loud. I'm not singing, you guys.
I'm not doing that.
We had this whole plan going
No.
together, and Reginald's like, "Are you dumb? Like, dog, no."
No. No,
I have
thank you.
many towns. I don't wish to have that one. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Makes me happy. What about you, Reginald? What was your favorite moment? Oh, wait, before you
man.
say anything, everybody hit !raffle so that you can be entered into the raffle to get some fabulous Phoenix dice. And then when we are all done with our favorite moments, we will pick a winner. Yay!
Get your dice.
So, Reginald, what about you?
My favorite moment has to be just after they finished the test of strength, and Reginald was just like, just crumbled the rock with Mulder. It's just like, it's not that hard, guys. It's
Yeah,
like,
this is
it's a
not
long
difficult.
time.
So
Calm it down, please. Stop. You think you're so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm so strong.
That's
I can
it.
break a boulder. Jeez.
Yeah, right? Oh. What about you? Hypnos, what are you? What was your favorite moment?
I think it was the moment everyone kind of realized that we weren't gonna be stopped if we just started casting spells, because like,
Yeah.
the race
Right.
came along
Yeah.
and then everyone just went. Everyone just started doing things. I think that was the most fun.
that was a great turning point. We're like,
I
oh,
love it.
there's no cheating here. None of this is cheating. Perfect.
They're fey creatures, dude. What? I mean,
Yeah, they don't care.
they have
not a
different
thing.
sets of rules. That's it.
Absolutely.
There
Absolutely.
are no laws of omission in the Fae.
I mean, Diraxis
No.
doesn't.
Just laws, and if it's not there, it's good. It's all good.
He doesn't have a problem cheating. It's just he didn't want to get caught. He wasn't sure if he'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, what about
Yeah.
you, Diraxis? What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was when he asked Reginald to do the song, and just just flat out, no.
No.
I was so caught off guard.
No.
That was so fucking funny.
Absolutely
Oh my
not. How
gosh,
dare
it was
you?
so good. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was easily my favorite.
Loved it. That made me so happy. There's my favorite moment was having you guys spend 3 hours summoning this thing without having any idea that you were doing it. That makes me very happy.
That was pretty great.
And the fact that I got to summon a goddamn Sharknado.
I mean, how can you not love that?
Yes.
Everybody likes a
Disappointed.
Sharknado.
Everybody.
One of the best punchlines in an episode I've ever seen.
So good.
I am very happy about that. And now let's give away some dice.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Yay! All right, let's see who wins. Let's see who wins.
All right,
Dice.
here we go.
The
Closing
next
it up.
Up.
All right, the
Up,
winner is
up.
He's raffling. He's raffling.
Jeff
Rude.
Nice.
Yay!
Oh.
Hey, Jeff,
Nice.
send me a whisper here, or send me a message on Discord, and I will get you set up with a fabulous set of dice. Huzzah! Well, thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It was glorious. I just found out, sadly, that Carney Sideshow is not actually going to be streaming tonight, so we are going to
Okay.
send you to a different person that I adore. Her name is Malakesa. So remember,
Yay.
when you go and raid from Plated Allies, let them know what you're bringing to the potluck. I personally am going to be bringing a blue shark with green racing stripes, is what I'm going to be bringing.
Nice.
What about you guys?
I am bringing the subdued expectations of the rest of my party.
I'll bring the beer. Fuck it.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Sharks!
Absolutely. We need the beer.
I'm going to bring someone that refuses to write a song and sing it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Mwah! We will
All right.
see you tomorrow.
Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye.